You can measure the size of an elephant. You can clock the speed of a cheetah, but you can't quantify the heart of a kings, queens, and in-betweens. Welcome to Dr. Boxing Talk. Stream starts now.
Gosh dang, dog. I had the mic. I was over here talking, had the mic on mute. My bad, baby. What's good, everybody, man? What's good? Mi amigos, mi amigas, hermanos, mi hermanas, kings and queens, ladies and lads, princes and princesses, boys and girls, brethren and sistren, men and women, and everything in between. Y'all know what time it is. The doctor's in the house. So wonderful to see y'all, man. So wonderful to be with y'all, man. I'm telling you, man, this is like, I know I appreciate when people come in the stream and they be like, oh man, Doc, you know, your show's therapeutic, man. I love talking boxing with you. Man, I love talking boxing with y'all, man. Y'all don't be knowing, man. Things people be going through on the quiet, you know. You just never know. So this is very therapeutic for me. Talk boxing, you know, even if I get a little intense, we get a little, you know, heated, it's nothing, man. It's love, man. And especially when you just consider other things. So I appreciate y'all, man. But yeah, let's get it popping. Let's get it popping, man. Let's get it popping. My bad. I know it was a little echoey on during the intros because I accidentally had the volume up on the desktop. So that's why I was a little echoey on the intro. It's not usually like that. Shout out to my guy Ty Morissette in the building. Big member in the building. We got Oscar Perez in the building. Yes, Sirski. Big member in the building. We got Big Dub in the building. Okay, my boy Dub showing up again. You know what I'm saying? It was before it was like a rare occurrence to see Dub, you know. Now he back on track. Let's get it. Welcome back, brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Dub McCullough, big member in the building. He said also, hey, yo, KO, please don't lose to AJ of all people. I'm telling you, bro. Hey, I'm not going to lie. I made the best man win. I don't really have a preference, you know. Of course, I like Tyson Fury more, I'll be honest. But At this point, it's like I just want to see a good fight. I don't really have a dog in the race, but I'm gonna definitely do my predictions. You know my team. But before we do that stuff and get into it, man, let's go ahead and say our prayers, man. So please join me and bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for bringing us into this wonderful day, into this wonderful night as we start to wind down, whether we're getting off of work or maybe we work the late shift or we're going to work or whether we getting ready to eat dinner or we traveling, whatever we doing, Lord, please just cover us in your mercies and your grace. And give us the strength to keep going in any situation that we're in, and if it's a good situation, let us remember and bottle up these good spirits that we're in and be able to reach back to them when times get a little shaky, times get a little rough, Lord. We got to remember that even in bad times, there were once good times. And even in good times, there might be bad times around the corner, but that doesn't mean that we get low in our spirit. We always keep our spirit joyful because a happy spirit, a joyful spirit, and a thankful and grateful spirit always welcomes in more blessings, Lord. So we ask you to keep us in good spirits no matter what we're going through, and we ask you to solve whatever we're going through, whatever burden you take it, whatever fear you take it, whatever reservation we have you take it, whatever dream you make it, so we thank you for your blessings, Lord. We ask for your forgiveness for all of our sins, and we ask for just to walk this earth spreading love and kindness and convincing people to believe in your name, because you have done wonderful things for me. So if I could be a testament to that, hey, I'm doing something right. Through Jesus' name, amen. Amen, amen. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Thank God, thank God. I got an extra DHP chain for you. That's what I'm talking about. I need that. Hey, that might be the next emote, man. Stop playing, man. That might be the next emote, man. But yeah, we here in the building, man. And of course, I watched the presser. And the presser was depressing. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm just so sick of the zone commentators. And I'm gonna be honest, man. Y'all know me. Y'all know me that when y'all come to the stream, you know me. I don't like talking about the same crap over and over and over again. But I feel like I have no choice, man. I feel like when I'm watching the press conference and every time they talk about Devin Haney, bro, I will always say this, bro, to my gosh dang throat sore. Throat, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, throat, not throat, throat. To my throat sore, bro. I'm not a big Devin Haney fan, but y'all are making me that way because I feel like every day I got to pull out my DHP chain and I ain't even got one. I got to go make one real quick and go buy one real quick, go cop one real quick and rock it because I feel like they're disrespecting this young man. It's ridiculous, bro. I've never seen so many people talk about a fighter that a fight that a fighter had with another fighter that cheated and be so reluctant to mention the cheating. It's like they're scared. Why are you so I don't know, reluctant and hesitant and to tell the truth? I don't get it, bro. Like, I watched the whole press conference. I don't think they mentioned, not the commentators at least, I don't think they mentioned the PEDs once. They were talking about the whole time, oh, Devin Haney got knocked down, Devin Haney got knocked out. Even Oscar De La Hoya came on there and said Devin Haney got knocked out. And then shout out to, was it Ack or AK, whatever his name is, he finally corrected him and said, well, no, Devin Haney got up. He did not get knocked out. He finished the fight. Bro, the narrative is so heavy that you would think that Devin Haney got stopped. He did not get stopped. It was a decision. And then that decision wasn't even real because there was a no contest. So like with there's three gentlemen up there. There was a black gentleman. I'm not sure what the other gentleman is. We're going to call him light skin. I'm not sure. And then there was a white gentleman. The white gentleman was like, oh yeah, man, because no matter what happened, even though it was a no contest, we saw in the situation that Ryan went through in the aftermath. What situation did he go through? He cheated. What's the situation that he went through? It's like they have made it and manipulated to the point where they want people to feel remorse for Ryan Garcia. I don't care if you root for Ryan Garcia. That's not the point. I don't care if you want Devin Haney to lose every fight he's in. But just call it what it is, man. The man cheated, bro. It's so funny because people would say, oh, Artur Beterbiev, he's on PEDs. Oh, snack fighters are on PEDs. Oh, they're more adamant about speaking on people that could have cheated, that allegedly cheated, that will probably cheat in the future, but then somebody who actually tested positive, they don't want to say it. I'm really starting to think that the zone, hell, I'm even lumping Turkey Al-Sheikh in this. I'm starting to think that the contributors and everybody around them, the affiliates, that they must have like a gag order on them or something. Like they can't speak on Ryan Garcia's PEDs. I really think so. Like, cause this is really troubling, man. I don't understand how you could go through a whole press conference and a grand arrival, talk about a situation for 2 hours and not one person mentioned PEDs. But you reference the fight. You reference the guy getting beat up. You reference what Devin Haney has to do to bounce back. You reference how he has to adjust. You reference Ryan Garcia's layoff, but you don't say why. Why did he have it wasn't a layoff. It was a suspension. It wasn't like, I just wanted to take a vacation. I'm taking a sabbatical, or I'm just gone from the sport. My hiatus is unaccounted for. No, it was a forced hiatus. It was a forced sabbatical. It was a forced vacation. There was no PTO. Well, I mean, well, there is paid time off because he come back and got a big bag. Shout out to him. You know, I ain't hating on that. Get your money, player. But he was suspended, bro. It wasn't like, oh, you know, I just took a year off because I didn't want to fight anymore. I wanted to spend some money. I wanted to chill with my family. No, he had no choice in the matter because he settled. Meaning he didn't want to do the appeal despite how many stories. He blamed it on the ashwagandha. He blamed it on the NutriBio. He blamed it on Devin Haney's brother. He blamed it on his trainer. He blamed it on so many things. You would think with all these stories that he would have took it to court. One of the stories. He would have took one of the stories to court with them to appeal the decision, right? And he wouldn't have set out of the court because he's so convinced that he was set up. You would have took one of these stories and took the appropriate documentation that corroborates with your stories and use one of those with your lawyers, right? And prove it in court. Prove your innocence. I mean, Canelo did. Canelo only had one story. And he won the appeal. Alicia Baumgartner only had one story. But you see the difference? When you have one story, it's usually because that story is the truth. When you have a plethora of stories, I ain't even got any fingers. Let me get to my toes. Hold on. I got so many stories. I mean, I got stories crawling up my arm, crawling up my butt, crawling up the paws, crawling all under my legs. I got stories all over the place. You ain't take one story to court? You have 100 million stories. You ain't take one story to court? Canelo had one story. Because when you have one story, it's usually the truth. And when you have the truth on your side, you're good. But when you're lying, you have multiple stories. And not one of them are strong. Not one. Not one of them have any foundation. Not one. Every single story got you standing in quicksand. I'm just saying, bro. I never seen this. Like these they need to make a documentary on this starting now. This is a phenomenon. I'm not gonna lie. This is a phenomenon, bro. Like the fact that this man is getting treated like he is somehow the victim is crazy. It's like I don't know, man. It's like going and slapping the old lady and then you complaining that your hand hurt and they feeling bad for you. You say her face beat up your hand. I don't understand, bro. I don't understand, bro. We got Keenan in the bill. He blamed everything except for he might as well blame Illuminati too. Like I'm saying, I want to be very clear. I don't care. Like, I like Tank, bro. Let me pull out my GTD chain. I like Tank, bro. But the difference is I don't hate any fighter. I don't know them. So I was rooting once again. I bet money on Ryan Garcia, and I'm tempted to bet money on him again, but I just can't do it because of the stuff that he said. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I am in tune with my emotions. So even if I think he's gonna win, I'm not gonna root for him. And because I'm not rooting for him, I usually only bet on a fighter when two things align, my heart and my head. So as you know me, like I will openly tell you, oh man, I'm rooting for Rolly Romero, but I think Ryan Garcia is going to win. So because of that, I'm conflicted. I'm not going to bet on it. I think with my head, I think the logic and when I made my assessment and my, you know what I'm saying, matched them up stylistically, I think Ryan's going to win, but I'm rooting for Rolly. So I'm not going to bet on that fight because it's conflicted. But if I was going to bet on any fight, I would bet on Devin Haney because I'm rooting for Devin Haney and I think Devin Haney's going to win. But even with Teofimo, I'm rooting for Barbosa, but I think Teofimo's going to win. So I won't bet on that. You see what I'm saying? And I would bet on Ryan Garcia in the Devin Haney rematch, but I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? When he all his F Muslims, F blacks, and I'm a kill George Floyd and resurrect him just to kill him again. Very disrespectful. There's not enough drink in the world for me to say some stuff like that about any of my brothers and sisters, no matter what your complexion is. I think that's crazy and despicable, but we don't care, right? You know, because we're so focused on what Devin Haney didn't do. He didn't block the left hook. I think it's crazy, bro. Like, how did Devin Haney become the villain? Like, where'd they do that at, bro? This is synonymous with, like I said, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, even though Barry Bonds never got caught cheating. You know, he has allegations. I personally think he cheated. My bad, you know, my bad, Kendrick. I know, but I think he cheated. So it's like them getting caught cheating, and then we get mad at the pitchers for letting them hit those home runs. Nobody's mad at Randy Johnson. Nobody's mad at Cal Ripken Jr. or any other pitcher. I don't know if they pitched against them, but you know, my baseball knowledge ain't too up there. But you know, I know these are some pitchers, you know, so I'm gonna just mix them in, you know. But it's like us getting mad at the pitchers for Jose Canseco hitting all those home runs, even though he cheated. That's what it is, bro. If you take this situation and place it on another sport, it's like Justin Gatlin when he popped dirty for PEDs, and we get mad at the people that lost to him in the race. Oh, they should have ran faster. Bro, I can't make this up, bro. Bro, this is insane, man. This is nuts, bro. Like this is, I don't know, man. They have to do like I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. This is scary, bro. We getting lost, man. We getting super lost. You know, it's what was it? Oh, oh man. Bro, it's so maddening. I gotta laugh, man. Shout out to Oscar. Oscar said DAZN has proven commentators can be Hispanic or white, Mexican, American, or British. They all trash. Yep, black too. Black too. I mean, I don't. You think what's the one black guy on there? No disrespect to him, but I don't think he's that good. The guy that was just I don't know his name. You know, definitely not Ade Oladipo. Oh, he's terrible. Ade Oladipo is garbage. Oh my goodness, he's terrible. That's the one. That's the
fucking place. Trash.
You know, that's the Ade Oladipo is the one that said, remember Oscar? He's the one that had AJ winning the whole build-up for 2 whole months. He was talking about how much AJ's gonna beat Daniel Dubois, and then when Daniel Dubois beats him, he has the audacity to say, "Oh, you know, I switched my pick at the last minute. I saw the last minute I saw Anthony Joshua walking down, and I looked in his eyes. I gazed in his eyes, and he told me he was gonna lose. Why the hell are you gazing in another man's eyes to the point where you can tell their future? That's a no diddy.
No diddy.
Why are you gazing in another man's eyes so hard that you can tell his future? What are you, Miss Cleo? What you, the Oracle? I don't even remember them looking in your eyes. Miss Cleo did it over the phone. The Oracle, she just touched Neo's head top. I don't even, you know, did she even look at him? You gazing into his eyes so long and so hard that you could tell his future?
Nigga, you's a bitch.
And you know what else? It's conveniently, he's a commentator. He has his own podcast. He be on shows with Ariel Helwani. Shout out to him. But he conveniently didn't have a mic when he switched his pick. He conveniently didn't tell anybody that he switched his pick, but we're supposed to believe that he knew AJ was going to lose because he gazed in his eyes as he was walking out to the ring. I can't take people like that seriously, bro. Just say you were wrong, bro. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong, bro, but stop capping. Stop capping. You picked him for 5 months straight, and then when he lost, all of a sudden, oh, you gazed in his eyes and knew he was going to lose. Yeah, he's trash too, man. So Chris Mannix, hold on, let me give the DAZN commentators a salute. Chris Mannix,
Know your fucking place, trash.
Ade Oladipo,
Know your fucking place, trash.
Sergio Mora,
Know your fucking place, trash.
the 3 goofballs that were up there today,
Know your fucking place, trash.
Todd Grisham.
Know your fucking place, trash.
I can't think of no more. But we was about to go in, bro. It's nuts, man. Shout out to pugilism in the building. Ty says, I don't even think it's about protecting Ryan at this point, in my humble opinion. I feel like it's higher ups not wanting the whole sport in the uproar, or their bottom line being affected. Yeah, it has to be something else, Ty. Like, I'm convinced. It's bigger than Ryan, bro. Like, this is crazy, bro. Like, maybe I think it's actually bigger than Devin and Bill too. Maybe I could believe that because they don't want people to be independent. You know how Bill Haney and Devin Haney have their own promotions. Maybe it's the way that they try to shut them out. But I don't know, bro. Like, to me, this is really mind blowing, man. I don't understand it, bro. I never seen this. Like, they don't even mention it. Like, and then when you try to mention it, it's like they shut you up and put a gag order on you. Maybe they have to sign an NDA, but it's already disclosed. So what is there not to disclose? It's already disclosed. Like, I just don't understand like how we turned Devin Haney into a villain, whether you like him or not. So how all of a sudden he's the one that's being questioned more than Ryan. I don't understand it, bro. Like, I really don't. It's kind of disheartening, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It makes me disappointed in the sanctity and the purity and the integrity of the sport that I love, man. It's just, I don't know, bro. Bro, did Conor Ben go this long without them talking about him cheating? We just saw a PED user fight. They talked about Conor Ben cheating, right? Because they mentioned that the fight was supposed to happen before, but it got canceled because of his PED usage. They mentioned it, bro. They don't even mention it. They say, oh, Ryan's situation had him outside of the ring. Oh, the situation with Ryan was turned it into a no contest. Oh, the situation with Ryan that had him sue. Speaking of that, man, I ain't gonna lie. I watched that trailer. That trailer, I was hot. I'm talking about I was mad when that trailer came out. I'm talking about 38 hot. 38 hot. I was fuming because they started it off with Devin Haney like he was Better Call Saul, like he was a lawyer or something, or he was trying to sue. And I was like, bro, I can't believe Devin Haney really signed up for this. But then it kept going, and then they, hey, shout out to Turkey. I gotta clap it up for him because I was about to be so disappointed. But they recovered, and as a trailer went on, I had to clap up Turkey because they were talking about Ryan Garcia's PD usage and stuff like that. So they acknowledged it. So that trailer was another banger. That trailer was great, but it started off a little shaky, because I'm just I'm hypersensitive when it comes to looking for the little signs where they're trying to disregard the fact that Devin Haney got cheated, bro. I'm looking for it, man. So yeah, I'm looking for it. I was like, man, hold on, man. I don't like this trailer, But then they picked it up and, they started talking about it in the trailer. I thought that was dope. I do think it was kind of disrespectful because they overlooked Jose Carlos Ramirez, Rolly Romero, and Teofimo too, but at least he made a little cameo. Rolly Romero and Jose Carlos Ramirez were just on a pizza box. But did y'all see Arnold Barbosa though? I didn't see him at all. Maybe he missed the rehearsal or something. I don't know, but I didn't see Barbosa at all. But I did see Rolly and Ramirez on the pizza box in Oscar's hand, and then we saw Teofimo on the little beach, whatever. But I didn't see Barbosa included at all. So I wonder if he just wasn't there. And I wonder if that has something to do with Teofimo not doing the face off with Barbosa. Like, do you think that the fact that Teofimo didn't do a face off with Barbosa, do you think that was mind games or do you think it was weak sauce? I kind of think it's the latter, man. I think it was kind of weak that he didn't do a face off with him. I don't know. I thought that was kind of weak, but maybe it was just mind games. I don't know. He said prediction for Pigs versus Smokehouse. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I missed the morning show. I'm behind again. Nah, you good, Dub. You good. Yo, Isaiah in the building. What's good, my brother? He said the way Todd Grisham cooked Devin Haney was nasty. Bro, I'm telling you, like I said, man, to not tell the whole story, like I said, I don't care who you're rooting for, but you have to tell the whole story, especially if you're working in the official capacity of boxing media, bro. You are up there as the zone commentators. The show is being broadcasted on the zone, the press conference on the zone, the grand arrivals on the zone, the fights on the zone, the interviews on the zone. You owe it to the public to tell the truth, bro. Tell the whole story. Let people decide. Like if a fan wants to say, oh, it's an insignificant amount. If you want to sound like a dodo, that's on you. If you want to disregard the PED, say he would have won anyway, that's on you. If you want to say Devin Haney's making an excuse, that's on you. But the people that are giving out the information, bro, we got to dial back on the entertainment value and we got to double up on the factual statements and the credibility, man. They have no credibility. That's my issue with it. I don't care if you think Ryan Garcia beats Devin Haney anyway, because I think so too. But the fact is the credibility, and I'm rooting for Devin Haney, man. I hope Devin, you know what I think, this is going to sound, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say something crazy. I was going to say, I hope he loads his gloves. I ain't going to say that. But I hope some way, no, I don't. I hope he doesn't cheat him. But part of me wishes he did, man, because I want to see if people keep the same energy, which we know they wouldn't. I just think it's messed up, man. Like the way they're treating him. No one had any sympathy for Dennis McCann because he missed the fight with Peter McGrail because he tested positive. What? No one has any remorse for anybody else. I've never seen a PED user get so much remorse and so much sympathy, man. I don't know. I just don't understand it, man. I appreciate it, A.K. Barack. They kept it real. Boys, what's good? I don't know if they did, man. I thought they kept it minimally real. I don't know if they kept it real. They might have kept it, they could have went a little harder. That's why I really got to look into getting my media credentials, man, because I'm telling you, bro, God is my witness, man. And if I don't, I want every one of y'all to unfollow me. I don't care when it happens, but if it happens, you know what I'm saying? If they pick me up on like PBC or Golden Boy or something like that, DAZN or whatever or ESPN, I should say, like the broadcasters like DAZN, ESPN, BLK Prime, whatever, Amazon, Netflix, and they ask me to interview the fighters, if I ever interview with Ryan Garcia, oh my gosh, I'm going to ask him all these questions. I'm going to ask him, how did it feel? How did that left hook feel when you threw it when you were on Osterine? Did you feel a difference? Was it different from when you threw it in the amateurs when you weren't on it? Could you tell? Did it come out faster? Did you feel stronger? What about Devin Haney's punches? Did you feel that? How did that feel on your chin? Because he hit you in your chin a couple times. He won more rounds. Were you feeling his power, or did the Osterine have you souped up? Feeling like, gosh dang, Captain America after the super soldier serum. How did it feel, bro? Do you still feel like that now? Do you feel the same? You don't look the same. do you feel the same? What about that conversation that you and Derek James had after your comments about F Muslims and F blacks? Two things that Derek James is categorically aligns to and relates to. How did that conversation go when you got back in his good graces? How did you pull that off? Oh, you got the juice, huh? You got the juice like Omar Epps and Tupac, huh? Oh, okay. Oh, you got the glow like Blue Z Boy, huh? Oh, okay. I mean, I just want to know because I'm trying to put that in my life. You feel me? I'm trying to get the juice and get the swag like you. I'm convinced that Ryan Garcia could run for president right now. He good. People won't care about nothing, bro. I want to know. I promise you I'll ask those questions. I promise you I'll ask those questions. I promise. I promise you I'd ask those questions. I promise you. You trying to be best friends with this goofy. Like, what do you do? Is he paying you? I don't really understand. Over UK, they killed Conor McGregor for failing a test 3 years ago. Talk to him, BR. Talk to him, BR. BR's about to preach. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. Hold on. I'm catching the Holy Ghost. I'm catching the Holy Ghost for the boxing. Hold on. I'm catching the Holy Ghost. Everybody face forward in your pews. Pastor BR is about to approach the pulpit. He said, over in the UK, they killed Conor McGregor for failing 3 tests.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
And still do to this day. To this day.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ryan gets praised all over the zone.
Yeah.
And social media.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's bonkers. My bad. He failed a test 3 years ago. Not 3 tests. My bad. I put 3 tests on my boy Conor. My bad. But yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's my whole point, BR. I'm not telling anybody that they can't root for Ryan Garcia. I rooted for Ryan Garcia. I put my money behind Ryan Garcia because I thought he would beat Devin Haney. However, I like boxing. I don't want anybody to be cheated. Whether I'm rooting for them or rooting against them, it doesn't matter. I don't want any. If Gervonta Tank Davis or Canelo or Clarissa Shields or Terrence Crawford or Caleb Plant or Michaela Mayer, God forbid any of them do test positive, but if they did, I would say that they cheated too. I have no problem calling Jarrell Big Baby Miller a cheater. In fact, when Jarrell Big Baby Miller was about to fight Andy Ruiz, they had no problem calling him a cheater either, or a former cheater. They mentioned his PEDs when he was about to fight Andy Ruiz. They mentioned his PEDs when he was about to fight Daniel Dubois. But it's like they have a gag order when it comes to Ryan Garcia's PED usage. I really don't understand it, bro. And I think it's terrible, bro. I think it's garbage, man. Like I said, regardless of who you're going for, I hope Rolly beats the block off. I hope Rolly beats the Austrian out of him. You know what I'm talking about? And every other I hope he beats the ashwagandha out of him, the NutraBio out of him. I hope he beats Devin Haney's baby brother's dream out of him. You know? Don't forget to smack that like button, man. You know what I'm talking about? I hope he beat the Scooter allegation out of him. Everything, bro. I hope Rolly, but I don't think he will. You know, question for Bradley: is the reason you so biased is because you want this fighter to do what you weren't able to do? Question for Polly: why are you so jealous of taking Canelo? Talk to him. My boy Oscar on one right now. You feel me? Those are questions I'd ask him. I promise you. I'm asking the hard questions, man, because we're not friends. We don't have to be friends, but I do think that these things need to be asked. Like, yeah, why Paulie Malignaggi? Why don't you like Canelo and Gervonta Tank Davis so much? I would ask him that. What's he gonna do with me? I seen your sparring with Conor McGregor. I'm not the best boxer. I was only amateur, but I like to think I can hang with you. You know what I'm talking about? You know, so Tim Bradley. Well, yeah. Why you so particular with your criticism? Why do you say something on your platform and then say something else on this platform? Is that why they kept you over Andre Ward? Because Andre Ward was not going? Is that why? Shout out to Andre Ward being on all the smoke. Because when one door closes, man, a bigger one opens, man. Be yourself, man. I'm not saying don't get your money, but guys, dang, bro, like it's just ridiculous. Like, try to fool me. Don't be so blatantly biased. Like, you up here broad day with no mask, bareface. You know what I'm saying? Robbing me in broad day. Like, bro, at least try to fool me and trick me, make me feel like, dang, okay, at least you put it in a clever way to where I'm okay with being confused. Like, you just do it like, come on, bro. It's wild, bro. Shout out to my guy Kendrick in the building, man. Big member in the building. Everyone is on steroids. Yeah, I guess so. And that's what they go to, you know? It just sounds like, no, you're on steroids. Everybody ain't. That's what a cheater was. Everybody cheating. No, bitch, you just cheating, you know? But yeah, man, I'm about to go and open up the Discord, man. If anybody wants to join us, an early one, man, I really want Ty to come in here and cook, man, because you know, I can't pull out my DHP chain by myself now. You know what I'm saying? I just want to sit back and listen to people just to have a discussion, you know, about these things. I think it's blowing my mind. Anybody else want to join? Oscar, anybody else too? I'm gonna pull you up. I have one more topic, then we're gonna get to it. He said, like, they even reached Shannon Sharp when he asked Bud about he cut him before he could complete his thought. Yeah. They even got to Shannon Sharp. I'm telling you, bro. It's like there's a gag order, bro. I don't know. Like, this is crazy. This passes a conspiracy theory. I think it was Keenan said Illuminati. I think Illuminati might have something to do with this. They might have something to do with this, bro. It's nuts. It's nuts. And they might have something to do with stopping people from talking about the situation, man. It's crazy, bro. Like, but anyway, we're good. We're gonna see how it goes, man. But speaking of another villain that they're trying to make a villain, so they're villainizing Devin Haney, but they're also villainizing another guy from the UK. You know, we were just talking about the UK earlier. Let's talk about this UK thing. Let's talk about this UK team. My boy Dub said he'll get on later. All right, bet. In about 5 minutes. All right, yeah, I ain't ready yet, but still. Yeah, just be, you know what I'm saying, be in the back. Check this out, man. So they're saying that Usyk is disrespectful because, they're saying Daniel Dynamite Dubois is disrespectful because he did this to Alexander Usyk during their first face-off. I know that it looked like it was a slow motion, right? No, that was real time. If you don't get out of here with that gosh dang slow motion rehearsed choreographed push, that's disrespectful. Look, he could have moved right here. You ain't see his hands approaching your gosh dang stomach? Oh, maybe that's what the low blow was. He thought the referee was gonna call a low blow. And look, they're smiling, bro. They are smiling. You can see them smiling, especially Usyk. You know, Usyk always got a smile. Right there, you can see them both smile, especially Usyk. Look. I know it's the side profile, but they got another angle. Why did everything Triple D does is awkward? You know that. Everything Triple D is awkward. But people are saying that, oh, he's so disrespectful. Look at this right here. This is Paul Smith. This is a fighter right here. Paul Smith says, "What the F is this? It's not even funny how embarrassing it is. Trying to force the narrative that Dubois is this hard man snarler who actually wants confrontation. Just be yourself. Awkwardly quiet, talented, and a good fighter. Very disrespectful to Usyk." And we're going to act like he didn't put this monkey sign, you know, because I don't know what he meant by that. We're not going to take that. Had we could take that, we're going to just, you know, let Paul Smith, because I like Callum Smith. I like Liam Smith. I like Paul Smith and Steve Smith and all the other Smiths with their general, basic, generic ass names. I like him. So I'm not going to go in on him. I'm going to act like this was just a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? It was accidental. But anyway. So I respond, I said, how is this disrespectful to Usyk? Said, are you really legitimately complaining about this slow ass, clearly premeditated, rehearsed push? You're retarded. Just say I'm rooting for Usyk to beat Dubois again. No need to try to villainize one over the other to fit your narrative. He said, shut up, you silly cunt, Dr. Boxer Jesus. I'm gonna say this. Nah, comma. I'm gonna say nah. I'm gonna say hold on, nah. Dr. Boxer talk will do, bum. Yeah. You freaking bum. You freaking bum. Oh, hold on. Let me put the where's that little smirk? Hold on, chat. I need that smirk. Guys, dang, where's the smirk at, chat? Where's the little smirk? That's crazy. There you go. I need that. Watch this. Oh no, I praise Jesus. Dr. Boxer talk will do, bub. Tell Colin I said hello. He's the only one of you lot that can actually fight. I didn't know he responded. I'ma like it though. I'ma like his response. Oh man. Yeah, man. I just think that's crazy, bro. Like I don't understand. Like, why are you trying to demonize Daniel Dubois? I think Usyk is a beast of a fighter. I don't think Usyk was tripping. But you know what's crazy though? Like, they're acting like, oh, Daniel Dubois, how dare he push Usyk? Chris Eubank slapped Conor Ben. Where was the uproar? Teofimo slapped Barbosa. Where was the uproar? Caleb Plant slapped Jamal Charlo. Where was the uproar? Oh no, but how dare Daniel Dubois baby push Usyk, your baby daddy? Oh my goodness, it's so bad. Get the heck out of here, bro. Usyk wasn't tripping. You see, they both act like they was about to do something, then stopped. It looked premeditated, bro. It looked rehearsed, and it looked slow. It looked harmless. Like, stop it, man. When Daniel Dubois called out Usyk, they were trying to make it seem like it was so bad thing because he hopped in the ring and he called him out. So what? People interrupt press conferences. People interrupt post-fight commentary. They interrupt post-fight interviews. Frank Warren is the one that told him and coerced him to go in the ring. So did Turki Al-Sheikh. But you mad at Daniel Dubois. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, come on, man. Yeah, come on, man. The dude trying to give validation that I went to Diddy party according to him. Wait, what? Hold on, wait. You saw my Diddy comments? Wait, hold on. Yo, we got Oster in the building. Big member in the building. Yeah, so Ty said I'm on standby. Yeah, man, like I said, man, I think I think it's really crazy, bro. Like, the fact that you can't do anything if they don't like you. It's like they try to build up a narrative from the jump. Bro, I think Usyk is. I don't know if Usyk's gonna win the rematch. I think Usyk is like I said, man. When it comes to Usyk, when it comes to Inoue, when it comes to Terrence Bud Crawford, I honestly feel like it's hard to go against them when they're fighting fighters in their own or around their same division. So it's very hard for me to imagine anybody beating Terrence Crawford between 147 and 154. It's very hard for me to imagine anybody beating Naoya Inoue between 118 and 122. It's very hard for me to imagine anybody at heavyweight beating Alexander Usyk, especially if you're from England, because he's the English conqueror. You know what I'm saying? So I got Alexander Usyk beating Dubois, but I think Daniel Dubois has a good chance. Of course, with Terrence Crawford, I got Canelo beating Terrence Crawford, but because that's such a huge weight jump, you know, and of course, the exception to Naoya Inoue is the fact that I got Yuta Nakatani beating Naoya Inoue. But it's very hard for me to go against those guys because they're phenomenal fighters. Like I said, they're undisputed in 2 weight classes and they're undefeated while doing it. Not to mention the other championships that they won in and around, like Terrence Crawford winning one at 154 and some at 135, etc., etc. So it's very hard for me to go against them. But if you pick Usyk, that's okay. Usyk is a beast. You don't have to make it seem like Daniel Dubois is so disrespectful because he gave Usyk a baby push. Is that the biggest? Is that the worst thing you see when people faced off? I've seen people get slapped. Didn't Derek Chisora and David Hay, didn't they throw like bottles at each other and almost fight or literally fight? Didn't we see people stomp on people's flags and stuff like that? So that baby push, that looked like a formality. That looked like something that was encouraged. I wouldn't be surprised if someone told Daniel Dubois to push. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if Alexander Usyk told him to push him. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. But then again, you know, Brandon Glanton was so disrespectful. He was so trash because of what he said to Chris William Smith. But then my guy Tyson Fury is the biggest trash talker out of England, and they don't have a problem with him saying that, saying things that are worse. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. That's wild, man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna pull up my guy, whoever's in the back. I'm about to open up the Discord. I just thought that was very wild, man. I don't know, man. I like I said, I think that oh yeah, when I dropped this news too, I can't remember who it was, but somebody was like, "Oh, you're wrong. Usyk is fighting Dubois." Just like look who Usyk is fighting, chat. Oh no, they said sorry. They said, "Oh no, you're wrong. Usyk's not fighting Dubois. Usyk's fighting Joseph Parker." Damn, I guess I kind of do know what I'm talking about, huh? I guess I do know what I'm talking about just a little bit. People gonna find out. I guess I do know what I'm talking about a little bit, you know? I still remember the Russian and black dude trying to choke each other on Shields' cart. They both fell out the ring. Oh, yeah. That was, I don't remember their names. One was from Florida. What's his name? Brandon. I can't remember his name. And then the other one, he was from like Indiana or something. The guy you're talking about. Was he Russian? I thought he was from like Indiana. Is he Russian? I think you just made him Russian because he was ugly. I don't know. It's like Brandon Miller or something like that. Or not Brandon Miller. It's like man, what's the dude's name? Now I want to think about it. He's from Florida. Oh man, I can't think of his name right now. Let me look up Clarissa Shields' card. That's what she fought Danielle Perkins, right? What's his name, bro? I can't remember his name. I think the guy's from Indiana. Brandon Moore. I said Brandon Miller. And the guy he fought was Skylar Lacey. Skylar Lacey. Yeah, he wasn't Russian. He was just ugly. My boy done made him Russian because he ugly. That's crazy. Yeah, Skylar Lacey. He's from he's not from Russia. He's from Indianapolis. Like I said, yeah, he's from Indiana. He just looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yeah, that's him right there. Yeah, he from Indianapolis, but he ain't from Russia. He just ugly as hell, so you made him Russian. That's crazy. Hey, shout out to boys, man. Boys said, "Oh no, you can't be from America looking like that. You got to be Russian." That's crazy, bro. I didn't say that, chat. That's what boys in the chat said. That's not my words. Yo, what's good, fellas? Yo, what's good, man? Talk to me, man. What's up with this nastiness that I'm seeing, man? This is just disgusting, bro. Why they doing Devin Haney like that, bro?
Devin Haney?
Yeah.
Hard to say.
It's nuts, bro. Like, I feel like I don't know how you could get cheated and people just ignore it. Like, if we talk about like a missed call in basketball, that gets talked about for at least a while. Look at the missed call we had yesterday with the Knicks and the freaking who was it? The missed foul. The NBA came out even admitted it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, who was that? It was the Knicks and who? Dang, I watched the game too. Why is it slipping my mind? Knicks and Detroit. They trash. Neither one of them gonna win. But at least we talk about it.
And we know that. It's not like we don't know it. Like,
right.
I'm sorry, but if you go for them teams, they're trash. The Knicks have been trash for the last
1,511,000 years. Exactly. So it's like, bro.
Though, and they were like, "Oh, it's a layoff." I was like, "Layoff? What? Layoff? No, Devin Haney was in a layoff.
Right.
Ryan was serving his suspension.
Right. I just don't understand, man. I just don't understand it, man.
They trying to pretend like it never happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing, bro.
Like I said, out of Conor Benn and Ryan, I think I have to respect Conor Benn a little bit more. I mean, he did fight, like, you know, he got beat, whatever. You know, boxing made it even, I guess. Life made it even. But at least he served about his suspension. He went through hell. Like, he actually was like, you know, the people were calling him out. Deservingly so. I'm not going to say, like, he went through hell, like, not deservingly. But he does deserve it, and he did got it. Ryan has been acting like a... Bro, they say, what he's been through, and it's been hard times. I'm like, for what? He's a hero. He's a national hero. It's Donald Trump and then Ryan Garcia.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro.
I ain't letting neither one of them dudes slide. Because Ryan, we know his situation. But with Conor Benn, let's not act like he didn't try to get a fight during his suspension.
Exactly.
That's what I say, deservingly so. That's it.
Not no exhibition. He was trying to fight people. He was trying to go to every other country and see what he can do. Shout out to the UK for blocking them fights.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, shout out to him, but I don't know, man. I'm just disappointed with the whole entire situation, man.
And the Stone, like I put in the comments, the Stone has proven time and time again. It can be Mexican. It can be Brit. It can be it can be from Wales. It can be an Indian guy. It can be Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix.
Yep.
That commentator you said, they all trash. They all belong in the same fucking bin.
Yep.
They try and protect the bag.
Yep.
Trash.
Facts. Big trash.
They're not trying to end up like HBO. I think that's the real reason.
Maybe that's what it is, man. I don't know, man.
Once the lawsuits start flying around, that's when things get a little Mickey around there.
Yep. Yep.
You ready for the fight of the week?
What's the fight of the week? Which one?
The Pigs versus the Smokehouse. Mr. Corrupt versus the Honor King. The arsonist against the people beater.
Oh Lord, who is this?
The cop versus the fireman.
Who?
I don't know what you talking about, bro.
You didn't see it? They're gonna have an exhibition, man.
Are you serious?
For real, that's what I've been saying the whole time.
I saw you say that in the chat, but I thought you meant something else. I thought you were like joking, or I thought you were referencing somebody else. No, I missed that because I went to the not the gym, but I was at the park doing some muscle ups and stuff. So I didn't catch the whole thing.
NYPD versus what, Firehouse 7?
Yes, bro. That's what I've been saying the whole time.
I saw you. Oh wow, yeah, I saw you said fireman versus police. So, seriously, so this is when? This is on the prelims?
Prelims, yeah, it's a 3-rounder.
Hey, I mean, hey, they got some. They have the police athletic league and stuff like that. So hey, and firemen be. Hey, yeah, I might have the firemen too. I think they're in better shape overall.
Some New York firemen? No, they with the States.
Yeah, the New York.
Yeah, they're definitely. I was just watching the fireman. He looked like he was probably like in his 40s or something, man. He just did like some little circuit that was very impressive, man. He did like some muscle ups and then some pull ups and then some push ups with a 45 plate on his back and then some squats with a 45 plate, all with no breaks, bro. I say, yo, and with his fireman gear on. The only thing he didn't have on was a helmet. What was
so
that?
His conditioning is peak. What about his fighting ability?
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't know about the fighting, but that conditioning is peak. So that fireman shape ain't no joke.
Yeah, better than Donut Boy.
Facts. So did they show some of the fighters, or did they just say?
No, they show like everybody, but it was pretty much like a fireman.
Okay.
It was just one fireman against one policeman.
Okay.
Light heavyweight, I think. And then it was like a guy from Japan, Tsutsumi is his name. Apparently he won the gold. I can't remember if it was like the Olympics or the Asian Olympics. I can't remember.
Oh, you talking about? You talking about Reito Susumi? Yeah, he's like. This is debut, right? I think.
Bro, the comments had me dying, bro. They were like, "Oh, look at Rush Hour because his opponent is like, it's a black guy," and they were like, "Oh, look, Rush Hour Part 4."
Oh, what's wrong, bro? People, they can't see, bro. They can't see past your ethnicity, bro. They can't, bro. They can't, bro. The reason why I know him because when I first heard of him, I was wondering if he was related to Seiya Susumi, but he's not. There's no relation.
Nah, he gonna lose, man.
Yeah, They said it's Rush Hour. The man is he? Because I did see that. So wait, okay. So that thing must have happened right before. Was it right before that or after that?
Right before it was like.
Oh, that's why.
That answer came out.
Okay, see, I came in.
They brought them out.
Okay, see, I came in at that part when Reito Susumi was facing off with a black guy, because the reason why I know that is because I saw he's from the man's Japanese, and in the comments somebody said, "Oh, I got the Chinaman." I was gonna type. I was like, "Bro, that Chinaman is Japanese," but I was busy doing something, so I didn't type it in the chat. But people just be talking, bro. All those raw people.
You want to throw me?
But then again, they call the Haitians Jamaican, or Jamaicans Nigerians, and the Puerto Ricans Mexican, and
Oh, bro, if you speak any lick of Spanish, they call you Mexican. They don't care where you're from. You're Mexican.
Yep. I just met a Cuban guy today when I was at the park, working out, doing calisthenics. He was out there too. He said, I don't know if he was telling the truth, but he said he knew William Skull, man, and then he switched to basketball. So I kind of feel like he didn't really know who I was talking about. You know when you ask somebody, "Oh, you watch boxing?" And he's like, "Yeah," and then you ask them about something, then they switch the topic.
Yeah. They be like, but LeBron.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said, man. Them Celtics, I like basketball. I said, okay. Then we started talking about basketball. But it was dope though, because I was working on my Spanish, because he was like, hey, my English isn't too good, and then so I was like, okay, my Spanish is all right. I was like, I puedo hablar español poquito. And he's like, oh, and then we started talking, so it was dope. Yeah, that's dope, man.
Be like, you gotta finish every sentence you say with the puto.
Nah, bro, come on, man. You trying to get me beat up? He was big now. He was out there looking like he bought William Skull size. But then again, you know, William Skull got handled by Conor Ben allegedly, so I might have been straight. You feel me?
Exactly.
I might have been straight. Nah, shout out to him though. He was a cool dude, man. Isaiah said, "I'm giving Rolly the benefit of the doubt to put Ryan's lights out." Shout out to Oscar is as well, man. I don't know, man.
I don't care if his name's Ryan. I don't care if he dies crying, and his mama gonna be crying. Rolly and 5.
Talk to him. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm going for Rolly, but I don't think so. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong. And I'm not saying that like he doesn't have a chance though. I think he does have a good chance, you know, because Rolly is a good fighter. I think they overrate how or underrate him, I guess, and they over exaggerate how bad he is. Like,
they do both for both fighters. They underrate Rolly, and they don't take into account fighting, like, you know, just overall matchup.
Right.
And like, oh, this guy's a puncher. This guy's a heavy hitter or heavy hitter.
Right.
He put out Gamboa or Barroso's how he did O'Hara Davis.
Right.
But they say, oh, Rolly is fading.
Right.
And then Ryan, see, it's the same thing with Deontay Wilder, bro. It's like they say Haney's fresh, Haney's chinny.
Yep.
But Ryan hits hard because he knocked down Haney 3 times.
Yes. On PEDs.
How can those 3 things be, like, you know, relate? Yeah?
Right,
like,
right. Exactly.
That's not relatable.
Exactly. Like, I don't know, man. I will say this though, I am worried about Rolly's chin, like I said, but it's like they convince you by talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? You say it so many times, it's like, gosh, dang, maybe Rolly's chin is gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Ryan does it hard, you know, but it's like, you know, that's why you got to be firm in your beliefs. Because remember how they had us thinking we were crazy for picking Dubois over AJ? They had me crazy. You know the one guy whose name is almost as bad as Ryan, you know, in this stream, you know, redacted. He made me sound like I was crazy for picking Liam Parr over Super Matias. Now Super Matias lost. You haven't heard him mention well, I won't be over there, but I know all of a sudden he's all about Naya anyway. I can't stand people. That junk is weak to me, bro. Like that's why boxers can't lose, bro. That's why they act how they act, because they know as soon as they lose, bro, you done with them. This man was the biggest Super Matias face. All he talked about was Super Matias. Super Matias takes
back
one
on
loss.
Matias way.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, for
Because
now.
you know that's his black fighter.
Right. Oh, shout out to Dub. He's saying the bullpen. My bad, Dub. Yes, sir. What's good, brother? Yeah, right. Exactly, Ty. Yeah, you know how that goes. That's crazy, bro. I be seeing him on I've seen, like, I watched like I said, I like Boxing Voice. I just saw him on there.
You seen what Buddy told me to shut the fuck up?
No, I didn't see him. I saw him on there today.
That moment, subliminal, bro. It was like angels came down and slapped the bitch.
I didn't see that. Who told him this STFU?
Nuts.
You talking too much?
He was saying something wild, like alluding to there was collusion that led to Ryan Garcia popping dirty, and that's like, yo, I'm not with that.
Man, he can't help himself, bro. I mean, and it's so crazy. And I'm not just knocking him, you know. Shout out to 2-4 in the building. I don't want to, and not even speaking on him, because I don't want to never want to be no hater. Right? But people like that, to me, not even about the Ryan stuff. It's just like, it just seems like, I don't know, man. It just seems like you're just using people, man. Just trying to use their platform to grow, and there's nothing wrong with that. At the same time, there's nothing wrong with that for me. I do think there's something wrong with it. You know, that's why I don't do it. But you know, it's one thing if the connection is genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if it's just because you just floating around, going everywhere, you know, trying to just piggyback off people, we gonna see. We gonna see, man. We gonna see who's still standing.
What was crazy was the chemistry was great. They was going topic to topic. Everything was flowing, and then the PEDs came in.
He can't. He's short circuit. He can't help it. That's the real him right there. Everything else is just a facade. Fat K, damn.
That was on the Boxing Voice?
Yeah, I was watching the Boxing Voice.
Said, do he need some water or something?
He be saying some ridiculous stuff too, but see, like, that's why I can appreciate, like, even him, like, he says some ridiculous stuff that I can't get with, but at least it's funny. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know some of it's masters trolling, some of it be serious, But that's how Isaiah reminds me. Like, it's at least it's funny. You know what I'm saying? At least make me laugh. But you just can't be out here saying all types of outlandish, wild shit and be dead ass serious. Right. Yeah, I rock with the Boxing Voice. I rock with Just Do. I rock with a couple of channels, man. Ryan, Boxing Talk Up North, Karma. But yeah, man, I just think, but talk to me though, Ty, man. I mean, like, with this whole thing, it's like, what do you, somebody, TV coming through the background. I don't know. I'm not looking at this, so I don't know what it is. I appreciate it. What I was gonna say. But yeah, like, so it's like, you know me, I don't like talk about the same topic over and over and over again. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. You know what I'm saying? Being a caballo, you feel me? But it's just, like I said, every time I see it, bro, I just, man. It just makes me uncomfortable. It like makes my balls itch, man. It's like, it's crazy, bro. It's like, guys, hey, y'all gonna disregard it again? Pause.
What happened?
Nothing.
Wait,
Pause.
No, did it?
Yeah, and you just took it somewhere else.
I was cooking. I took it somewhere. It just makes me like, you know what I'm saying? It
made you uncomfortable.
Yes, bro. Like, come on, dog. It's just, I don't know, man. I see it as just, man. And that's why sometimes it's good to know, but sometimes it's not good to know because then you realize the BS more. You know, and it's like, dang, I can't even like, it's like I can't even just watch boxing how I enjoy it. Usually because it's always nonsense. Like, bro, like, even despite the cheating, it's like Chris Eubank and Conor Ben. I could still get over it and watch it and enjoy the fight for what it is, bro. But like, I can't even do that with this situation because they don't acknowledge. It's like they're pushing something in front of you that's just clouded in lies, bro. I don't know, man. It just makes me not even want to watch it. Tell you the God's honest truth, man. It makes me not even want to tune in. But one thing I'm glad though, when we do tune in, I always turn it off the commentary. I can't hear it because I'm providing commentary myself. So that's a good thing. I will be able to enjoy the fights. What you were saying, Dub? I think you was trying to chime in. Go ahead, bro.
Did you see Jose Ramirez abs?
Nah, he got some killer abs. What's up? He looking chiseled?
Dude on the zone said, "Oh, I like his abs," and they wanted to say no Diddy so bad.
I missed that part, man, because I was in and out, man. Oh, I missed that part, bro. Hey, yo.
I think they be watching the smaller shows and try not to say some of the things that people say. I'm not saying that. Yeah, I just you could tell, like,
Dub, man. They be creeping on us, man. You know, hey, just shout us out. Just tell them to shout us out next time, man. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? You can steal some of our swag. Just shout us out, man. You know what I'm talking about?
You remember when Hearn said no Diddy?
Bro, that was too funny, bro. When Hearn said it, bro, it was no Diddy.
No Diddy.
It was like when you first got the emoji. I know it was one of the first emojis. But
Yep. He said a couple times. I got a clip where Paulie Baldaggi said it too. I was gonna put it on the show, but I can't stand Paulie Baldaggi. I can't do it because that just made me mad every time I see a little ugly ass.
Yeah, I know these all these guys, the promoters, the boxers, they spend a lot of time. They work, man. I know we on their ass. I know they like to, look at little critiques and listen to things for fun. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they have to run into some of the bigger channels. They kind of don't do it, but I think the smaller ones, they kind of check.
Really, you think so? Oh, I was thinking the opposite. I was thinking that they probably be on the bigger channels and not the small channels. Oh boy.
No.
Yeah.
I think.
Shout out to you.
You got to think about it. You got to think about their angle. Like, would you want to be on what everybody's on and they're just saying random, mostly as casuals, or would you rather be listening to the hardcore?
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I don't know. I just can't wait till we get where I feel like we could go with the channel, man. I just want to be able to bring just a little bit more truth to boxing, man. I feel like that's my goal, man.
Yeah, I only.
I need y'all to keep me honest too.
Yeah, well, I'll be on here and that's it. And then Just Do, I'm always shouting him out all the time. Go on his platform and of course Ryan is.
Yes, sir.
I get a lot of my info from here, and then I'll go check it later.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of the fighters, to have some fun. If you're taking all these flights, we don't think about it, but these boxers take a lot of long flights and a lot of different things. And
yes, absolutely.
can't do music all the time in your ear. So I'm pretty sure, you know, if you're a smaller, you guys remember a few years back with Alicia Bumgarner when she got popular. She got on. It was like 4 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe 5. She got on Boxing Voice first.
Oh, word? Yeah, man. They be on it, man. I was like, bro, they've been doing it for a minute too. I saw like I was looking at like their past videos, and I was like, man, they've been doing it for like 11 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Something
A little
like that.
longer than that.
Longer than that? Sheesh.
Yeah. I like that
That's been
guy
around
Mike.
for a while.
The guy Mike, I think he's in a wheelchair. That guy's cool.
I'm not familiar with him. God bless him though.
Yeah, but he's one of their panel guys. And I know they had the Troy King guy, and then they had
Probably be tweaking.
Maybe
That's my guy.
Maybe I know him if I see him. I just don't know him by name. You said Mike and the Troy guy. I'm not sure. I know
the Troy. Yeah, he was a good boxer. I think he got injured in his eye or something.
Oh,
something
okay. Yeah, black gentleman with dreads.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're talking about. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, he be wilding. I ain't gonna lie, he be wilding.
The one that can beat everybody.
Yeah, he be wilding, but he be funny though.
Yeah, but he knows his stuff. I know he only got like 10 fights or something, but
yeah, that's what's up. Hey, man, I respect anybody hop in that ring, man.
He undefeated, but he got injured. I mean, you know, he knows his stuff. Man. I haven't listened to him.
Yeah, I see Ryan on there sometimes. Shout out to them. Doc, check the Discord. Okay, bet. Got you, Oster. Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy Oster, man. What it do? What it do, brethren? No, he not there yet. He probably, you know, Oster be about 30 minutes behind.
So, question.
Ain't that something?
Oh, there go my boy right there. See, you see? I tried to sneak this in there. You weren't supposed to hear that till tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, see, everybody listening, man. Ain't that? I'm glad you let me in. You the late one. I gotta hit you on the thing, little Doc. Let me in, man.
My fault,
let
bro.
me
My
in.
fault. Yeah, my bad. That's a fact.
Yeah,
Hey, but I want to say this
buzzer.
too. Yeah, facts. I'm gonna see if I can make like a sound notification or turn off streamer mode. But if I turn off streamer mode, I'm gonna hear ding, ding, ding all over. So I just turn on streamer mode. Like if I wasn't in, if I wasn't live, I would hear it. You know what I'm saying? Or they would give like some little notification, I think, or something. But because I'm live, it cuts off all the sound. But what I was gonna say too, I meant to say that y'all could join the Chilling Lions or the AFK anytime, like throughout the day. I ain't got to be on. That's what I made it for. Like people just be chilling in there, man. I pop up in like sometimes I think I saw Ty in there a couple times before, Smoochie back in the day, and
Doc, you don't understand, man. Me, Irony, Oscar, Ty, when we get on there, man, we be on there at 3, 4, 5 in the morning, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just straight boxing. We talk about from the 30s.
Yes, sir.
That other day, Ty, we was up there till about 12:30, right?
Oh yeah.
When we was talking.
Y'all was on there late yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before?
I think it was the day before.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Like that,
I saw y'all because I was working on the editing, and I was gonna join in, but I was like, man, I don't want to get caught up in conversation. It'd take me even longer to do this edit. So I'll be seeing y'all sometimes. Sometimes I pop in too. Sometimes I pop in too.
Booty call.
What you say, Ty?
I said the other night Isaiah had an appointment.
Oh Lord. Well, do I want to know what kind of appointment?
The appointment, so he said he don't have.
Oh Lord.
It was an Uncle Shay Shay appointment.
Lock in. Lock in. Yeah, man. So what y'all think about the Teofimo and Barbosa no face off? What y'all think about that?
Whack.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of whack too. I was like, it could be mind games, but I thought it was kind of whack. I ain't gonna lie.
No, after he smacked them, usually they not trying to get them too close to each other. That fuck up the whole show.
Yeah, because I remember they facts. They did that with Usyk and Ben, but I correct me if I'm wrong now. I could have sworn that the comment and take this with a grain of salt because it's commentated, but I could have sworn they said that are they about to let him face off? And they're like, oh, Tio didn't want to, or I guess Tio doesn't want to. I could have sworn one of them said that. I mean, maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, they were like.
They said something like that, right? Right. Okay. I know I was tripping. Yeah.
Because he's a little crazy, man. You know.
Yeah,
so
I feel that.
mentally, he's a little.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess up the money too. You know.
Yeah, but yeah, what Ty said makes sense for sure.
He definitely would have got smacked. Because he smacked Barboza the other day.
Yep. Yeah. Barbosa want to get that recompense.
Barbosa be getting slapped too much, bro. I'm sorry.
What you mean? Wait, he got slapped by who else he got slapped by, bro?
Bro, like I know they say they tough, they street and all that, whatever. But like even you seen it, it was like, bro, he took off all his belt, gave him to someone else, and still slap you, bro. Nah, I'm not going.
It was better than the Catterall smack though.
Wait, who slapped Catterall?
Catterall smacked Barbosa.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that, bro. What was that? How did I miss that? What did wait, hold on. Oh, got
It was
those
one of them quick open palm ones. Like,
No.
wow.
You're like, pop.
Bro, how did I miss that, bro? How y'all let me miss that, bro? I don't remember that. Nah, bro, he slapped him, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, I gotta look this up, bro.
It wasn't for like normal face off. It was like when they were doing some of the media stuff. It just happened to be in the same hallway.
Big Oh man, nah, bro. Come on, Barbosa. You can't be.
You know what Catterall said?
What'd he say?
Catterall said, "Check yourself before you wreck yourself."
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. That chickadee, check yourself. Oh Lord, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely got Teofimo now. Barbosa walk around like a victim. He can't be walking around getting slapped by everybody now. Gosh
I
dang.
mean, Catterall didn't take that to the fight though.
That's true. That's a good point. He should have saved that extra hit. He might have would have won the fight.
Nah. He just got outscored. But like I know we say like if Teal comes in good and if Teal does this, but what Teal are you expecting to see? Realistically, which Teal are you expecting to see?
For some reason, I feel like we're gonna see I don't want to say vintage Teal, but a good Teal. I want to say like I don't know. I have a feeling he's gonna bring back the Teal. I'm not gonna say Josh Taylor Teal, not that good, but a Teal that's like give me somebody. Not the Claggett Teal, not the Ortiz Teal. Who he fought before that? Was it Kami?
No, Kambosos.
I was gonna say Nakatani Teal because he won. But he didn't win in a dominant fashion. He struggled with Nakatami's natural size, being taller than him.
I was gonna say the Kami, the Richard Kami Tio. That's what I was gonna say. I don't remember how long ago that was though. That was a long time. Yeah, I'm tripping. That was before Loma and George Kambosos.
See, the thing ain't got no feet.
Yeah.
He doesn't plan. He doesn't have game plans, right?
Nope. That's what I think. I don't think he has no game plans ever.
I think he's gonna need one for this one though.
Pedro Campos, who I was thinking of. I had to look it up. Pedro. So before Sandor Martin, between George Kambosos and Sandor Martin, Pedro Campo. Give me something.
Who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that guy? Yo, Teal been ass, bro. I forgot about the Sandor Martin fight. How did I forget about that?
That's what I've been telling you, bro.
Like, right, Sandor Martin, Josh Taylor. At least, but he did have the Josh Taylor performance. That was good. And Jermaine Ortiz.
Josh Taylor was a bounce back. Yeah. Nobody was expecting it though.
All right.
He was an underdog.
Right.
So I don't know if that's gonna count for anything.
All right. Shout out to Next Level Boxing. He says Nakatani was a tough fighter, but Tio did beat him. Yeah. Facts. Yep, he beat him. Yep. Yeah. No one said he did. He said he wants to bring back a performance like that. So yeah, if he brings back a what's his name, Basayoshi, something like that. Master Roshi.
I was saying that's the Tio we gonna get, and that's not the best of Tio. He struggled in that fight.
Oh, my fault. Okay, my bad. Next Level Boxer. You heard correctly then. I misheard. My bad. I apologize. Okay, I thought you said that was okay. Yeah, I thought that was a decent Tio. I thought that was decent. He definitely struggled, but that guy is tough. Like Next Level Boxer said. Yeah, Nakatani was tough. So
not tough because the hibachi stuff, that Shakur, pitter pattered and then quit. That's who knocked out
Nakatani. That's true.
Nakatani.
That's true. You're right.
Right, but Nakatani has long arms and he was awkward. You remember? He was kind of all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah, all over the place. Yes. Awkward. I just think he was awkward for Tio.
Yeah.
He don't come with the game plan.
I agree.
Oh, there's nothing wrong being with awkward on that level. You can't be too clean when you're fighting athletic punchers like Tio. You gotta be rough. You gotta have a little everything. You gotta kind of be herky jerky.
Yeah. Herky jerky.
But yeah, we're gonna see, man. Do you think Barbosa has power to make Tio respect him early, or?
I think he does.
I think he's got power to keep him at bay at the minimum.
Yeah. Respectful.
To respect, keep it respectful. Yep. Keep it respectful and, you know what I'm saying, not too reckless. He said, Tio, when the lights are bright, he's the best. He needs to be focused. He do be cringe, but that motherfucker can fight. I don't know, man. I just can't say that because he has too many shaky performances. Like I said, I think the best synopsis of Tio is what we've been saying. Like, he just doesn't come in with a game plan and it's evident, you know? Like, if he fights somebody where his natural talents, you know, because he's very twitchy, he has great reflexes, he's very athletic, he's very talented, man. I've said this before, I think he might be one of the most raw talented fighters in boxing, but he doesn't have the mental part, you know, he doesn't have a game plan. So when if he fights somebody that he's gonna look good against, boom, he's gonna look good, like a Loma or Josh Taylor. But if he fights somebody that's gonna make it rough or that's awkward, like my boy Dub was saying, like Sandor Martin, you know, Sandor Martin's no shame in that because Sandor Martin's gonna make everybody look. I think he's a tough fight for everybody, but it's questionable if he beats you. He shouldn't be able to beat the takeover, right? Jermaine Ortiz, he didn't know how to cut off the ring. You're the takeover, you don't know how to take over a ring. That's crazy. And Steve Claggett, he's pedestrian at best. No disrespect to the Canadian Steve Claggett, but Teofimo, the takeover, shouldn't struggle with a Steve Claggett. You see what I'm saying? So there's just too many references and instances of him that I could be like, oh man, you know, I don't know what's his top. What is the best Tio? Like, I think he's living off of 2 strong performances, which is great. But when are we gonna let that kind of, you know, when are we gonna see that for what it is?
Them performances were a long time ago, and the thing that bothers me with Tio the most is I can get behind the no game plan, but he makes 0 adjustments, or very minimal at best.
Yes.
Well, Tio, I think if he goes backwards too early, I think he need to go out, kind of take center or front foot, and kind of go that way, because and have Barbosa kind of backing up. I mean, that's the only way that I see Tio. He don't have to throw a lot of punches, but he, you know, so he doesn't gas or whatever. But the back foot Tio is definitely not going to work.
Man, he 140, man. He better throw them gosh dang punches. He better not be gassed. Stop playing.
I don't know if this is a hot take, but if we was to be hypercritical of the film that Tio put out there, I'm not buying the brighter the lights, the better he fights narrative.
Talk to him.
Because with context, his 2 best wins, those are good wins. But Lomo's coming off of shoulder surgery, and in the later rounds with adjustments, he was putting them things on him. Catching Josh Taylor off a long layoff, multiple canceled fights, and a surgery.
And weight problems.
So he looking a little
Anytime you have
suspicious. Oh no, don't do.
I'm trying to think the proper surgery. Yeah, it was something femoral, basically with one of his legs. So he was punching on a big stationary target. It's not like we pride Josh Taylor to be this master class boxer.
Facts.
He gets in there and rough you up.
Yep.
Yes.
Shout out to Josh Taylor. I like him, but I see no lies told. No lies told.
He said the Westbrook of boxing.
Yeah, it's disrespectful to my boy Russell Westbrook, man. Don't do my boy Russell like that. Shout out to Tio. Tio is a good fighter, though. You know, I don't like him, but that's one thing. You know, you gotta keep it real, man. He is a good fighter. He leaves a lot on the table to be desired, bro. Like, oh my goodness, bro. No, not like this, bro. The Cavs are smoking the Heat, bro. Nah, I don't do my Heat like that.
What's the score?
Bro, they're about like 50 right now. Yeah, they're about 39, bro. It's 72 to 33. They're about 40.
Oh, Lord.
Or 39.
They were just about 49. They was just about 49 just like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
4 minutes ago. They was about 49.
Yeah, they're about 39 right now. God.
Bro.
Oh, it's over
heating up.
Man. Heating up. I see
what did that famous pastor say? He was like, close the doors.
I'm telling you.
Just close the doors.
We ain't letting nobody out this thing till we get, what he said, how much money? That's crazy, bro. Who was that again? Yeah, what pastor was that, man? That's crazy, bro.
I forget his name.
What was it, Marvin Sapp? No, I don't want to put it on somebody if it wasn't them. I think it was Marvin Sapp?
It was Marvin Sapp.
That's so crazy. But like, man, and that's the thing, man. You know, hey, you got to be strong in the faith out here, man, because people, I mean, it's like boxing. I'm not comparing something as whimsical as boxing to faith, but hear me out. I'm saying, like, you just got to know the truth to be able to see through the nonsense, man. And, you know, I'm not telling anybody how to preach or do their thing, but that just, Come on, bro. Lock the doors until we get 40K.
The cause was honorable, but the way he went about it was
yes,
like,
bro. Come
yeah,
on, bro. Come on.
here,
dog.
take the money.
Right. Like you
Hey,
can't. Come on, dog.
no Diddy. TD Jake stepped down today.
Oh, yeah? Oh, Lord. Did he
Got him
scandal
fucked up,
related?
too.
One more week. Diddy's on trial. All right. back
Oh,
to me.
no.
Yeah, pack him up.
So
Hey,
do we
man,
think the Bucks are gonna come back on Philadelphia?
the truth
Or,
will
I
come
mean,
out. The truth will
Indiana?
come to the light, man. The truth will always come to the light. Nah, I don't think the Bucks come back. I mean, they lost Damian Lillard, man. So Dame Dollar, without Dame Dollar, we gonna holler. You know what I'm saying?
What about the
It's over
Magic?
with. Nah, Magic's over with too.
Lakers?
That's over with too. My boy Ty
Yeah,
got hope.
Lakers
He said
ain't-
Lakers are 7. He said Lakers are 7.
Lakers out of here. Lakers, they out of here.
Yeah,
Tell you that
that's,
much.
o-
They
that's
out of
over.
here.
That's over with.
I think yesterday was their best game, and they still lost, bro.
Yeah, that's over.
The best game of
Lakers
the season, bro.
done. Lakers
And I just don't
lost.
think
Lakers lost when they first got in this series.
They could
Yeah.
lose another game. I'm like Lakers are 9.
That's crazy. My boy picking up for Shannon Sharp, man. Shout out to you. He said next level. He said, yeah, Taylor facts. Yeah, Taylor's a good fighter. But that doesn't mean that Tio didn't catch him, which is what he was saying. He's just saying that Tio caught him in a very compromised position. That's all. I'm not saying that Josh Taylor, we respect fighters over here, man. Everybody ain't as good as everybody else, but
Yeah,
nah,
Josh Taylor's
definitely
undisputed, and
yeah,
he
facts.
really. Who did he beat? He beat old boy from
Ramirez,
Yeah, he just beat
Regis.
Jose Carlos Ramirez. He was the first person to beat Jose Carlos Ramirez.
Mhm.
Beat Regis Prograis, yep. Yeah, he's a.
And that was the Super Street Series deal. That was when Richard Schaefer came back. So.
Talk to him.
Legit.
That was a good.
Yep.
That was a good fight with Josh Taylor and T.O. That was a good one. Yeah, I like T.O. in that fight. I just don't like T.O. now. But I ain't like T.O. until he clearly became a fucking racist.
Right, and talking crazy. Yep.
So I want him to have a good fight and all that, but I don't want him to get beat up at the end and lose.
Me too. Yeah,
To be honest with you.
Barbosa. I'm going with Barbosa. Yep.
Yeah, I
He's-
want him to fight and all that, but he a
Mhm.
clear motherfucking he a clear you know what I mean? He's a creep. He one of those creep races too. Creep
Yes.
dude. He even
Yeah.
try to explain this shit and all. He's a
Right,
creep
and try to
dude.
make it seem like he's smart. Yeah, also smart stuff. you
Yeah,
know?
he's a creep
Yeah,
dude, man.
bro, I
He's a creep
hate-
dude. One of those
you
dudes
know-
you can't trust. Yeah, you can't trust those kind of dudes, man.
Right, at least be yourself.
That's
At
the
least
that's the
respect is
people
who
I
you
hate
are.
the most because at least say it with passion. It's like whenever I
Right.
do punch you, I can punch you like with passion, you know. But
Right,
this guy says it in a funny manner, and then everybody
Right.
laughs. So now you look like an asshole if you laugh.
right,
You know what I mean? I mean,
Right.
if you get mad.
right.
But like at least say it like, you know, say with passion so I can actually be mad at you, and whenever I do put hands on you,
Yep.
I don't feel so bad for myself.
Yeah,
Say it with your
he one
chest.
of those dudes.
Facts.
He one of those dudes that make you give props to the real racists.
Yes,
At least
bro.
they say it in your face. You feel me?
You stay up front with it, straight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
you know what I mean? I'd rather that than the shit you be doing, homie.
Yeah,
You
facts,
be going
yeah.
crazy.
And then he goes to a podcast. I mean, with another other gentlemen,
Mhm.
black gentlemen, and then they instead of like pressing him because these are street dudes. Remember? These are
Oh yeah,
street
you talking about Cameron and me. That's why I stopped watching him. That was one. It wasn't just that, but that was the final straw for me. I never watched him again after that.
Man, you
Because
could have
they're
stopped
supposed to be
watching a long
street
time
dudes,
ago.
and then
Yeah,
they
you're
just
right,
slash
Austin.
with them. I'm like, bro, what?
Yep.
Well,
'Cause
well,
I
at
didn't-
least
I
smack
didn't-
him.
Right. Like I said, you ain't even got to smack him, but at least ask him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just be honest. Like, keep it honest, man. Like, even when they were really what got on my nerves was their coverage of the WNBA, how they their remarks about the other women besides Caitlin Clark. I thought that was whack. And shout out to Caitlin Clark. I like Caitlin Clark, but I just don't like bias shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were just ridiculous, man. Every time she got fouled, they act like nobody else gets fouled in the WNBA. They act like a foul was a hate crime. Talking about this reverse race, like, bro, everybody gets fouled. Angel Reese got her head knocked off by Alyssa Thomas. Was that black
That's
on
the
black
dumbest
crime?
shit I heard, bro,
It's so dumb,
honestly.
bro. Like, it's just, you tell, it's just for clicks and engagement, man. I can't
Yeah,
respect that.
bro,
Like,
bro.
Yeah, not dumb.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
not
not
dumb.
getting minority with this.
Hey, yo, not dumb, paid. Listen, these are two people. I'm trying to tell you, these motherfuckers right from down the block. They're not really from down the block. I told you before, dog. They're not really from down the block for me.
Right,
But I'm
right.
telling y'all, this is a 100% fact. They are not street dudes. I'm telling you right now, this is a 100% fact, bro. No. Listen to what I'm saying to you, man. All right, this is an act.
He ain't pulling
I'm
up like
telling
Rico
y'all.
on the motorcycle, Oster? Nah,
Come
bro, he
on,
pulling up
man.
like Rico,
Listen.
man. Stop playing, man. He pulling up like
man,
Rico on the motorcycle, man. Come on, man.
And listen, I'm not talking about nobody, because if they was what they was, and I'd be saying no, that'd be talking about them.
Right, I got
I'm
you.
telling you the truth. I'm telling you the dad's honest truth. This is for real, for real. None of that shit y'all see. I'm telling you, don't believe it. Only thing you'll believe with those two niggas, they got a basketball in their hand and playing some ball, then you could believe them.
Okay.
But any of that other shit is the movie like they made. Any of that shit, I'm trying to tell you, this is for real, y'all. All jokes aside.
I believe you.
I'm just letting you know. That's why when they talk, this is why they talk so stupid.
Yep.
You don't know how some people talk, and you can tell through it, like you're just trying to be too tough. Like
right.
everything you say is so. You so gangster about everything. Like cut it the fuck out, man. You know what I mean? Like stop.
That's crazy, bro.
Hey yo, Todd, it's that plantation plant shit. I'm trying to tell you that those two motherfuckers for sure.
Hey man, ain't got no more of the hokey pokey. Do the okey dokey.
Yeah, don't even listen. No. They
I got the
like they rap.
Listen,
Come on, just like they rap. Yeah,
Come
they
on,
just
man.
like they rap. Exactly. Believe me. Believe that shit. Yo. Yo, sometimes you just feel sick as shit. You be like, yo, come on, man. These two clowns. I'm like, can get on this fucking podcast.
You get shot at.
I
Call me. I do the
minority
shooting.
with them.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Ty. I'm bad. I'll be a stupid.
I said I might be the minority with it, with that situation when they had Tio up there. Because I felt like they fell for the 52 fake out. They wasn't informed. They didn't know the full situation, and they let Tio go up there and claim he was quote unquote trolling. When Stat Baby actually pulled up the stats for him and told him the full situation and how many years he was doing it, what happened to his dad, that's when they was like, oh no, that nigga.
Man, see, shout out to you, Ty. You a good dude, man. But I don't. I feel like.
But they still goofy,
right? And I can't give him an excuse because you should have been informed. This is your job, you know what I'm saying? And it's easy to talk tough when someone's not in the studio, you know. It's easy to say that, oh, I would have did this, I would have acted like this.
I'm not going for Let's talk about the elephant in the room. That's right.
I'm not going for that, bro. Like, but shout out to you though.
You know what you call that? Yo, you know what you call that, Ty?
What they call it?
You call that get your skirt pulled up. That's what
you feel me? Called. You feel me? And they try to
talk that stuff in the real box in the room. You should have told them. Y'all was talking all that shit to Shakur. Y'all said y'all could fight, right?
Exactly.
Like what the fuck? Why didn't you talk to them? Yeah, tell them.
And that's what makes it bothers me because of how they went in on Shakur. Go ahead, Oscar. My bad.
And with Shakur, they pulled out all his history. It looked like like they pulled out all his browser history.
Right.
Like, so this guy's coming to your podcast and you coming you're not informed.
Right. Talk to him, Oscar.
Again, like if Dog gets like a big invitation one day.
Say that one more time. We gotta manifest that.
Whenever you do get somebody big in the channel,
hallelujah.
I guarantee you he's gonna know his blood type, who their daddy
you feel
is,
me? You feel me?
Where they got married.
You feel me? I'm knowing all, bro. You can ask. There was a person. I'm gonna just say it now. It's already old, man. I was gonna interview. I ain't gonna say it because I don't want to make it look bad. But anyway, I was gonna interview somebody, and bro, I had such great questions. I never no one asked her before. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, it didn't come into fruition. But yeah, bro, I just tried to do my research and try to make it interesting and fun. But at the same time, ask them questions that get them engaged and ask them the tough questions too, if there's any. Let me hit the chat real quick. Shout out to Tufo. He said Josh Taylor was coming off a controversial win to become unified too. Why Tio is always talking that linear shit. Oh, you're right, because he fought Tio after he had that controversial controversial win over Josh Catterall. You're right. Shout out to Tufo. Yep. He said Teofimo will always look good against other boxer punches because he's more athletic. Talk to him, Reb. Pure boxer, pure pressure fighters give him problems. Talk to him, Reb. They were ignorant for sure. Yes, sir, Kendrick. Kendrick in the building. Big member in the building.
We're calling that dope.
Yeah, I got a question about Tio. I know ESPN was part of the problem, but why does he keep saying he's undisputed? We all know that that's not true. So I never understood that.
I mean, you could get away with saying you ain't cheat. Yeah, I mean, you could get away with saying you ain't cheat. So I mean, shit.
Yeah, it's like we know about stuff. Like you're not gonna get away with that. I know ESPN got caught putting them on there like an undisputed that one time.
Bro, you remember wasn't it ESPN that put Loma as undefeated that one time too?
Oh,
was that a mistake? Yeah, Bob. Exactly. Thank you, Ty. What was the common denominator, Bob? Come on, man.
Both of them.
Come on now. Exactly. Yeah, they both top rank. Bob.
But Dog, you're being too hard. Remember,
you right.
Was
you right.
fighting dirty.
Yeah, my fault. You right.
Tio, if it would have been 15 rounds, he would have won.
Yeah, you're right. My bad. So yeah, Tio, he got shorted on the round count, and then I forgot Orlando Salido cheated him. Right? Yeah. Yeah, my fault. I forgot. You know, because he was overweight, not because he was on PEDs, because he was overweight. But then the guy who was
forgot
overweight and on PEDs, he didn't cheat nobody.
You forgot one.
But what's the other one I forgot?
Devin.
Oh no, that's a clear
top
loss.
rank and fix the fight with his refs and his promoter.
I bet you he chose the judges too.
I'm telling you.
Bro.
Man. Come on, bro. Nah, bro. They got to stop this, man. Can you know Moss in basketball?
That's what I'm gonna ask, bro. I see the score.
Come on, bro.
Not like this, bro.
Not like this,
At least
bro.
put your hands up, bro. You know what I mean? Just jump.
They just put the bench in.
Bro, they're up by 45. They should put the water boys in. Forget the bench. Or put the literal bench in. Like, take the players out and put, like, the actual bench. Put the actual bench in there, bro. Like, what are we doing, man?
Bro, it's still 8 minutes to go in this quarter. Nah, bro, they gotta stop this.
Oh, nah, they gotta, come on, man. No mosh, bro. Oh, Dubois just hit
the
3.
third or the fourth?
The third, 6 minutes to go on my screen. 93 to 48. Come on, bro. Hey, shout out to my guy Oster, man. I appreciate that, brother. Shout out to my guy Oster, man, hitting the cash app with the $5, man. Always coming through, holding it down, man. I appreciate you, brother. Yes, sir, man. I just saw it just now, man. Thank you. Also, too, I want to shout out to the members and shout out to the ones that, you know, hit me off stream with the re-up on the membership and stuff like that, man. Definitely doesn't go unnoticed. So when I do see it, I give you a notification. And shout out to people hit me on the cash app and stuff like that, whether I'm on or off stream. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to my guy.
Hey, shout out to you,
Oster,
man. You
man.
always be responding, man, to the videos and all that. So
Man,
that's a lot of work,
bro. I appreciate it. Shout out to you, Dub. Thank you, bro.
That's that invisible work that we talk about sometimes. It's like,
definition of duck and all that.
I appreciate it.
you don't see it, but it sure don't go unnoticed.
I appreciate it.
Now, can you
Shout out
tell
to
me
you.
why the
Thank
hell
you,
I
brother.
drop a comment in one of your videos and I'm getting attacked, man?
You got attacked? Who you got attacked by? I didn't even see that. Who you got attacked by?
I'm just kidding. It's not attack. It's just like, I put like, you know, the comment today was like, this fight would have been big. It would have been like one of the greatest heavyweight history fights, you know? And some guy was like, this guy was like, well, actually,
Oh my
Dubois
Lord.
deserves a shot rather
Come
than
on, bro.
AK.
Come on, bro. Shout out to young
I'm like-
Omari in the building. Yeah, bro. They be tripping, bro. You know you're gonna get attacked, bro. I get attacked all the time, man. You know, I can't immune to it. Hey, shout out to Oster, man. Oster said for Bam and Sace. For Bam and Sace, I'm sleep. Shout out to Oster, man. That's crazy, bro. Speaking of Bam, man, what's up with Bam, man? We about to get this fight with Fumalady Cafu. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one,
Is it
man. Huh?
It's already announced?
It's almost final. Nah, it's not announced. It's not finalized yet, but it's almost, man. They said
Bro,
they
see what I'm
close.
saying, bro? It's like, I know some people just see Shakur and Boots, but Bam is on that list too, bro. Come on, Eddie. You gotta.
Yeah.
I know you got your
bad.
English fighter, but you gotta. Matchroom probably got the most stacked,
Roster.
prolific
Mhm.
roster for like the future.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of pound for pound talent,
Mm-hmm.
but he just it's worse than PVC, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's just as bad as PVC.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They don't get that pressure though. Shout out to my guy Kendrick. He said I'm gonna know their blood type one day he took his first steps, his kindergarten teacher name. I tried to, man. I just try to make it be interesting, man, to make sure the fighters know that I appreciate their time, man. And you know, hopefully they appreciate it and return it, you know what I'm saying, come back or double back or tell people about pulling up too. He said Styles was good. He said they send a message to the East. I'm telling you. And that's the thing. I'm not trying to be on their necks, but if it's something that we'll talk about, we're going to talk about it. But I do want it to be fun. I'm not trying to bash anybody, but if there's something like, you know, what Ryan Garcia is doing, I think it's important to tell the full story. So I would have to ask him about that. You know,
Where is Top Rank going in August when they're done with ESPN? Because we watch a lot of the Japanese fighters.
That's a good
Plenty
question.
of talk. What I've heard is Netflix,
Yep.
Amazon Prime,
Yep.
or The Zone. The Zone being the most prolific.
Oh, I heard all three. You know, I heard that, well, from Bob Arum in the interview. I watched this. It literally came out of his mouth. He said, according to him, which I think is bull, but he said he's not looking for an exclusivity a deal. He wants to be able to go to multiple platforms. To me, that sounds like you weren't offered an exclusivity deal, or one that you like. So now you gotta hoe around and offer your services to the highest bidder. You know what I'm saying? Each time you have a card or whatever. But yeah, so according
Can you
to
imagine
him,
if he goes to YouTube like Pro Buck?
Hey,
bro, I wouldn't be mad.
Hey.
Ain't gonna lie.
So yeah, he was asked about it. They were like, yeah, you know, I don't want to be on just one platform. Which I mean, it sounds good, you know, it sounds good, of course, you know. But is it really good?
Yeah, it's kind of like when the companies were like, we use 33% less in our bottles. All I hear is, yeah, you're being a cheap ass.
Right.
And you found a way to save money.
Right.
Like a company should.
Right.
They won't be able to do pay-per-view no more like that.
Come on now. Talk to them. Unless they go to like,
but
maybe, I don't even know. I don't know.
The Zone, maybe the Zone.
Yeah. Maybe they put
the
shows
Zone,
on the
like
Zone.
sometimes put their fights in YouTube, right?
Yeah, they put like some of them I see.
Sardo,
yeah.
Sardo, like I remember Latino Night was in YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Jaya Pataya, I believe it was on YouTube. I'm not too sure.
I think. Oh, I don't remember either. David, you talking about this last one, right? Against David. I think it
was.
Naika. Yeah, I think it. Don't quote me. I think it was though. I'm almost certain it was.
UFC and Bob Arum is going to be out of there this summer because they be messing with Dana by if you click on ESPN Plus with their undercards, if you patient and let it play out, you get the whole thing for free. So they got caught about a month or two ago, ESPN, and they pissed.
Wow. Yeah, I saw he wanted like 11 billion or something. Dana White for his next deal or something like that.
Yeah, $1 billion a year for 11 years. Or
yeah, yep. It's something like that. Yep. Top Rank wasn't doing pay-per-views anyway. It's true. Me and Omari in the back. All right, bet I'm gonna pull y'all up. Got Omari and Tufo in the building. What's good, gentlemen?
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Omari, tell your guys you should have stopped ducking.
What up, yo?
Oh Lord.
Yo, Oscar, I'm not even gonna lie. How you snubbing Shushu? Not gonna lie, who's your fighter? Oscar.
Get him, Omari.
Who's your fighter, bro?
None.
Yeah.
I like boxing.
Omari come in with the smoke on the
I'm
what's
telling
up?
you, he don't play no games. He don't play no games. He said, "Oh, you talking about Shushu? Who your fighter?
Whoever he want, he gonna say his name about in 3 seconds. Yo, hold up, yo, Oscar, what's up? Who your fighter? That's my guy there.
Go.
Oh, Tufo left. Maybe he got kicked. Okay, let me kick him. Let me pull him up again. Yo.
Oscar, you real quiet, boy. You real quiet.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
No,
Loud and clear.
Barrios. I like Barrios. I don't really got it. Espinosa is one of my favorite fighters too.
I didn't know Barrios was one of your favorite fighters. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew you liked him. I didn't know he was one of your favorite. That's what's up.
Barrios?
Yeah, I like Barrios a lot,
Who your favorite fighter?
He's not the best, but he's entertaining as fuck, so I really like him.
Right.
All-time Hagler before, and then now is Tyson Fury.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Hagler was a beast.
I knew that for Dub.
So 2 retirees. One retired from life, and the other one retired from boxing.
That's now, if we lose the AJ coming up, we in trouble, man. Because there's,
man,
I'm gonna be all.
I don't know. I think Fury got the edge on him, though.
I think so too, but that's gonna be a good one, though, man. If it actually
Fury sleeping on what?
Cat? What?
Yeah, you know, come on, that's Ty, man. You know Ty got AJ, man. Stop playing. You know Ty got AJ all day, man. I ain't even mad at that.
I remember.
Yeah, that's how I met Ty. Man, Ty was on the head top about AJ. Oh, go ahead. Oh, it's my fault.
Yeah, I'll do Hagler, De La Hoya, then Crawford.
De La Hoya? Oh, I didn't know you like De La Hoya that much. Okay. Oh, what's up? I like De La Hoya.
I used to be De La Hoya. I used to be De La Hoya fan kid. I'm talking about. That was my guy.
Man, he was that truth. He was the truth, man.
Yeah, that was my guy. That was my guy there. I ain't gonna hold you. That was my guy.
Gabriel Rosado was good. He definitely does no smoke.
No smoke. He said Barrios. Now I like Mario Barrios too, though. I'm trying to think who's my favorite right now. Of course, Canelo, Tank, and Junto. But like my
Fernando Vargas White.
Hey, Fernando Vargas got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Shout out to Fernando Vargas. I like Caleb Sweethand's plans. I like a lot of fighters, man. I like Eastside and Cruz a lot. He's exciting.
The Hall of Fame, and I didn't know about it.
Yeah, he got inducted to the Hall of Fame this weekend. But my top 3, I gotta go with y'all know Canelo, Tank, and Junto. Big Junto. My top 3
I just saw
the Canelo.
You know who I really like? You know, like I think the old hits are gonna be like, really? But like one of my favorite fighters of all time, there's gotta be the greatest jobber / gatekeeper of all time, Emmanuel, the Drunken Master
Augustus. Hey, shout out to Emmanuel Augustus, man. Floyd said that was a tough fight for him. Well, if I had to pick,
Yeah,
but
that's
my favorite fighter, my favorite though is Jermaine
Oh,
Bad
it's
Intentions
Durant,
Taylor.
EP.
Yeah, for me it's Jermaine Bad Intentions Taylor, man. That was my guy.
Man, he was a bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me tell you now. Just because I got a lot of fights like, but you know who my guy. I like him. God damn, man, this is my dude. This is fuck his. You know this shit to slip your mind. Only y'all know what I'm talking about. Only one that had the Philly roll like Floyd. God, come on, man.
Sweet Pea? Sweet Pea?
James Toney.
Oh, James Toney. Okay,
James
James Toney.
Toney.
My fault.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
Yeah,
Pernell Whitaker.
James
Sweet Pea.
Toney.
Yeah, he's from Michigan.
I like Cornell. Yeah. Huh?
He's from Detroit. I know Floyd's from Grand Rapids, right?
Yep.
Yep.
James lights
James
out
Toney.
Tony. Yes, sir. That's a monster right there.
Yeah. James Toney's a monster. Yeah.
No, sir. This is just specifically for
Another
Devin.
one just fought too long, man.
If I tell you to rank Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones, and James Toney, how would y'all rank them?
Ooh.
What'd you say?
If you were to rank James Toney, Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones, how would y'all rank them?
Well, Jones beat them both.
I go with Jones. I will go with Jones.
Oh, this is crazy, bro.
That second one is tough.
Yeah, Cleveland's up
Yeah,
by
second one
48
was
right
tough.
now, bro.
I might have to put oh man, Tony but Hopkins, because they both I might have to put Hopkins for the 20 years he held the belt. I have to put him second.
Who was the three again?
But I gotta go Roy first.
Roy, James, and who?
And James Toney, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the toughest fucking questions you can ask, man.
Yeah, that's tough.
I got Jones beating Tony.
Yeah.
See, Tony never worked out like that and was in shape and had a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. He went to the UFC and actually had a real fight against the heavyweight champ.
Yep.
He got submitted or whatever. Like he was on the real pay-per-view.
I might have
James Toney.
that. I would go with the same ranking as Doug. Just because Roy beat them both.
Jones beat both of them
right
in their primes.
Right.
And then B-Hop had undisputed, the first one ever, right? 4-belt era.
Yep.
And like you said, 20 defenses.
Yep, at 160. So, and B-Hop,
all right.
B-Hop got it back, but that was later on, like you said, in their prime. So out of their prime.
Yeah. Now, Ty and Doc, I got a question. Ty, Doc, and 2-4, I got a question for y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
Morales, Barrera, Marquez.
Oh, I'm biased on this one. I'll go first if you
talking about Eric Morales?
Yeah, Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera, and Juan Manuel Marquez. So we got the babyface assassin. We got Morales. I ain't gonna lie. This is tough, but I'm gonna go Juan Manuel Marquez, babyface assassin, and Morales number 3 for me.
I got Barrera 1.
Yeah, I got Marquez 1. I like Marquez. I ain't gonna lie. That's I was conflicted. Like him, and sometimes I'd be going for Pacquiao. Sometimes I have to go with Marquez. I like them both a lot, so I'm going.
I don't like this game.
Barrera, he beat the Prince. The Prince was the Floyd of that time.
Yep, Prince Nazim Ahmed.
Ran Vegas, literally ran Vegas. You guys, Floyd
made him look easy. Made him look easy too. Starched him.
Not even Kelly. Kelly did that, bro. And Kelly was him.
Kelly was the dude.
Omari.
Kendrick said Cass can put the cheerleaders in and still win, bro. Chill out on my heat, man. Relax, man. Before I pull out my heat, one of my heat hats. Hold on, let me go grab one of them.
He said if I pull out my heat.
Nah, heat hat.
You can pull it out. It ain't got no good.
Nah, bro, my heat hat, bro. That's crazy.
Omari.
What happened?
Rank Tio, Tank, and Devin.
Tio, Tank, and Devin?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna put Devin second.
You said second?
Yeah.
We starting off at second?
I was thinking the same thing, man. We're gonna let him cook, right?
I'll put Tio third.
Hey, y'all give him love, bro.
I'm gonna put Tank at 1.
Talk to him. Say it again, Omari. I like that list. Go ahead. Say it again. Pull out my GTD chain.
I'm gonna put Tank at 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Devin at 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
T.O. at 3.
Hey yo, on the real
Yeah.
side though, on the real side, yo, that's what do you call it? That's popularity, man.
Man, stop playing, man. Why you gotta be popular? Why you disrespecting my man's list, bro? Just because you don't agree with it, bro. That's crazy.
No,
bro.
I'm not disrespecting his list. I'm just giving my appointment on his list. It's a good list. That's his list. It's a good list. But I'm just saying, it's in my eyes, just that list is popularity.
That's crazy, bro. Come on, man.
All right, what's your 3?
Yeah, right. Yeah, what's your order? Yeah, you talking about?
What's your order?
I will go with. See, I know you're gonna curse me out here. I know you're gonna bug out right now.
Sir. We about to,
but I'm gonna use your own medicine on you as soon as you'll do it. I'm telling you right now before you'll do it. But anyway, I will go with Dev, T.O. and Tank. I will go with Dev, T.O. and Tank.
That's
like Devin
Sounds
1,
like my list.
T.O. number 2, and Tank number 3.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm tossing you.
Before you toss me, in my defense,
pause.
If you want to speak about resumes.
Yeah. I mean, I did a video on this. I'm not mad at Devin.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at Devin. I'm not mad at somebody putting Devin number 1. But 2?
And
T.O.?
I don't like T.O. But I'm just
there.
Stop it, bro.
I'm just going by the resume now.
Bro, you know what's crazy? What's the resume? Loma? 18-3? That's what we doing? Come on, man.
No, Loma ain't even in the question. What you bringing Loma up at?
I mean that's to your resume, man. What Loma and Josh?
3 belt unified.
Hey, Doc. Don't put no extra pad toppers on the pizza, man. Don't put no extra toppers on the pizza. It came with 3 toppers, man.
I'm just saying that's to your resume right there, man. Talk to me, Ty. Ty was breaking it. Go ahead and break it down, man. Break it down, man. Let me hear this, man. Go ahead, man.
3 belt unified champion.
Okay.
Ring magazine champion. Moved up.
Yeah.
Beat the former undisputed.
Okay.
WBO champion. Ring magazine champ.
Okay. We said that twice now. Come on now.
That's because he got 2 Ring magazine belts.
No, man. I'm not going, man. You know,
that's something that very few boxers can say they have. Like currently, I think only Inoue, Bud, Canelo.
Yep.
Who else can really say they got 2 Ring magazine belts?
How many belts? You ain't got 2 lineals?
Who?
Shakur wasn't lineal at 126 and 30?
Who?
Shakur, I think.
No.
Just 30?
He got 1 at 130.
Okay.
No, I don't know about that, man. Who
I don't know. The way I look at that shit, it's like we can't give T.O. credit. Well, I ain't gonna say we can't. You can give him credit for
Look,
being
this is
lineal.
me saying that, and I do not like T.O.
All right, but look, right? We can't take away from Jabba T.O. being a lineal champion, but give T.O. credit for it.
Talk to him.
And I still give him credit for being a lineal champ.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying though, but like, when it's Ja, it's like, oh, who did he beat to become? With T.O., it's like, oh yeah, that's a lineal champion.
But when you bring up Jai Apataya in question, you gotta add context to that. Who did he beat for that lineal belt?
Maris Brady. Yep.
Not the guy. There's just 1 and 2. T.O. beat the de facto guy in each division.
So that was Josh Taylor.
So that doesn't apply to him.
That was a controversy win over Jack Catterall.
He was still the former undisputed champion in that class.
Yeah, he was former undisputed, but how did he get there? By a gift, right?
No. He won undisputed.
3 or 4.
He had a better undisputed run than Bud at 140. If we keep in the G.
Lord.
He did have a good.
When you look at the 3 people he
beat
and compare it to who Bud beat, it ain't comparable.
I don't know about that now. I think that's a reach, but it's good now. It's good now.
When he fought T.O.
It's good.
Bud beat Julius Ndongo.
Come on now.
Yeah.
What you mean? That was a guy right there, man.
Is that would you say he was better than Ramirez?
No.
Dongo was hot,
No,
though,
he's better than Regis.
He's knocking people out their shoes, though, man, for real.
Regis might be debatable, but I want to say at the time he was better than
Julius Ndongo.
Ramirez.
And Doggo was knocking
Come
dudes
on,
out their
man.
shoes.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm talking about Zapato
Who
still,
was he
bro.
knocking
The
out
shoe's still
their
right there,
shoes?
Ty. The shoe's still right there, bro. You see him? The shoe's still right there, bro. They in the chat right now, bro.
Show them the boots. Show
Come
them
on,
the
man.
Abel
Show the boots,
Ramos,
man. Zapatos,
Abel
bow
Mendoza
ties,
was
all that.
knocking dudes out their shoes. But who did he fight?
I know, but
Come
still,
on,
man, he
Come on,
was
man. Don't do it. Don't do my boy like that now. Come on now.
it was fire, and he ain't nobody decided to go to the body but Bud, so that's how he got that. And
I'm not saying Joyce was completely trash, but
Right. Now I guess you're saying just relative to
the two champions he fought don't weigh out to the three guys he beat. So his 140 run was better.
But I thought we were talking about. I thought Oster said not to bring in no extra ingredients. You know what I'm saying? Why are we talking about Josh Taylor? That's what he told me when I brought up Lomachenko. Come on now.
That's what I said. I'm talking about the Josh Taylor that fought Tio.
You feel me?
Coming off injury.
You feel me? You feel me?
Same thing for Loma, coming from a war.
Come on now.
So both of his cleaning was kind of suspect, and I believe you did say that, didn't you, Ty?
Cook up 2-4.
Mm-hmm. But you question.
I said. Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the context of when he fought the dude, cool. But we talking about accolades. It's either did you get it or not.
Yes, sir.
He did get it. Bro. He did get it. I don't know, man.
Whether if you like it, whether if I like it, he still did it.
He did it. That's true.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And the point is that when you give somebody their props, if you give somebody their props for like fighting with one arm and still winning, you can't be mad at somebody coming there and they know something is wrong with them and they lose. It ain't no different.
I give you that one, Oster, because I am one of the ones that say Pitbull, though it's a good win in hindsight. At the time, he was a late replacement, and I don't give him Tank full credit. So I'll give you, I agree with them on that one.
Josh Taylor got another title after Tio?
Yeah, but that's in hindsight.
No.
He did?
No.
Oh, okay.
He didn't get nothing after that. He lost to Catterall. We haven't seen his ass since.
Thank you, Ty.
That's what I'm talking about though. It's like that's in hindsight. At the moment, Pitbull was a nobody, and let's be honest, Pitbull is a C-class fighter. That's what everybody was calling him.
Oh, okay. C for champion.
You want to rematch him, Tank? He said, hell no. Hell no.
Did he or did he not?
I be thinking that either you're a warrior or you're stupid. If you know that something is wrong with you going into a boxing match and you know you're going in here toward one of the best, you got to be crazy. You got to be stupid or a warrior. So if you get in here, always, I don't want to hear none of that. Yo, I was in surgery or whatever it is. You know all that. Everybody knew. You know when your baby was born too. We know all that. So what's up? If you ain't at the hospital, you gonna miss the birth. That's all it is. You hear me? You know what time it's gonna be born. You know what I mean? If you ain't there, listen. Don't get in the ring if something is wrong.
Yeah,
that's why. Gary Allen Russell, when he lost to Mark Maxio, I can acknowledge the man had a dislocated shoulder. He probably should have had surgery before going into that fight.
Mark Maxio, that's best buddy from the Philippines.
But Mark Maxio still beat him though.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yep. And we still say Gary Allen's trash.
Not Chris Algieri.
Not Chris Algieri, trash.
That's crazy. See, now he trash. He called Gary Allen Russell a Hall of Famer. Man. That's crazy, bro. I thought he was a Hall of Famer, bro.
I mean, had he won that fight, he would have been in Hall of Fame contention because he would have set a record for defenses.
Can you say this is a good conversation because Tank versus Tio is interesting? It is. He said, I got Tank over Tio. Talk to him, Isaiah. I mean, that's a good conversation, though. You know, I can't take that away from Tio. But, you know, I just saw that, shout out to my guy, Keyshawn. He got what was his, when you get a title shot? He got a title shot against Brinchick, right? Who he fought before that?
Yeah.
Was it Lemos?
He fought
Lemos.
Who was it before that?
Pedraza, right?
Oh. Damn, that's crazy. Pedraza still good?
Nah, he's trash.
He's He was always trash.
I gotta go, fellas. All
right, Oscar, you be easy, man. God bless, man.
Damn, I had smoke for him for Barrios.
I'm telling you.
Next time.
Yeah, next time, man. Shout out to y'all. Good stuff.
The Figueroa brothers still have him in custody, so
that's
I don't
crazy.
talk to him until he gets let go.
Man, Barrios for the fight Pacquiao, man. Stop playing.
Yeah, Omar
because he got punched on. Like 2-4 just said, you don't want to fight a top quality opponent. You want to fight a trash fighter right now. And Pacquiao right now, I'm sorry, but he's trash.
He called a legend trash crack, bro. Y'all disrespectful, boy. Oh my goodness, not the Pac-Man. Now Pedraza fell off after Tate beat him. I don't know, Isaiah. I mean, beating Pedraza still making people get people on the map. I mean, I don't know. Keyshawn beat Pedraza, and it was a good win, you know.
They pulled Ryan Garcia out of that Ampo fight quick.
Yeah, facts. Ernesto Tito Mercado just beat Pedraza yesterday. He that got him on the map. I don't know, man. I don't know if he was trash after Tank beat him. I know Tank was the first one to beat him though.
That man ON is built.
Somebody's favorite fighter got smoked by Tank too. We ain't gonna talk about that because he's not here to defend himself. You know, I was gonna get to that, but you know, since Oscar is
that man ON is regular strap.
Come on now.
I ain't trying to hear about the hydration clause. I ain't trying to hear about the catch weight.
Talk to him.
Because your boy B-Hop, he beat your man's the Golden Boy under the same stipulations. We just seen Chris Eubank Jr. do what he do.
We had.
Then before the Stanionis fight, we just seen Boots time after time just beat motherfuckers up under the rehydration clause.
IBF automatically. Talk to him.
Motherfucking Murtaliev just beat the shit out of Tim Tszyu under those same rules.
Oh my goodness, I'm talking about had that boy running like shit through draws. Boy, he ran through that boy like shit through draws, boy. Gosh, I was mad. I'm still mad about that.
I told my wife when we was watching the fight, I'm like, that motherfucking rehydration clause excuse getting dry and dry.
I like what you did there. Getting dry and dry. You see what he did there, chat? Yes, sir. I like that.
You can't get nothing past these niggas, man.
Getting dry and dry, man. You feel me? You feel me, Dub? Come on now.
That was a triple entendre.
My boy about to drop. He about to drop a mixtape. Featuring Kendrick Lamar right now. But that's a good conversation. All jokes aside, though, man. I think Tio is a good fighter. Dev is definitely a good fighter. Tank, Shakur.
I got Tank. I can still, and I like Shakur. I still got Tank beating all these guys, and I be on Tank's ass. I still got Tank beating them.
That's what I'm talking about.
I always did. He's most entertaining. He hits the hardest. I don't know what Tank I'm gonna get. He don't show up. He's late. He don't. I like Shakur for sure. I just those hand situations. I don't know.
You got them baby hands like Scary Movie.
Yeah, I know what's funny. I feel like Arnold Barboza is finna go out there and give TOS a boxing lesson.
I hope you're right, bro. I hope you are so right, dog. I hope you. I hope
seemed
you're
like
right.
it.
Yes, I hope you're right, and I hope
No,
Oscar's right about Roby.
I ain't got Tank beating Shakur.
Here go Oster. Here we go. Here you go. Go ahead, bro.
I know that, but
Talk to me, bro.
I just can't let it go.
I knew it.
No,
bro.
I just ain't got him beat him.
I mean, also I know I be on Tank's. I be on Tank's head top, man, all the time.
Oster, what you just say?
Yeah, ask him again, Bar. I don't know what he said. Oster, what you said, bro?
Now go put your shoe chain back on.
Hey, who just said that, bro?
I don't have Tank beating Shakur.
That's crazy, bro.
You have Shakur over Tank?
He sleep. Don't worry, he sleep.
Yep.
He sleep.
Who,
He
me?
sleep, Omar. Nah, he talking about Oscar. I mean Oster. Excuse me.
I was about to say my answer might be PC, but honestly, I could sit here and paint a narrative of how either guy wins.
Yeah.
But truth be told, I gotta see it.
Yeah,
I
we
sit here
can't.
and confidently say this guy beats that guy.
Yeah, I agree.
There's so much.
No, yeah.
They're like.
I'm not gonna say this guy be that guy. But I will say, I will say, when matches like this come down, I'm gonna always go with the boxer.
I can agree with
Because they
that.
both number one, so all that other stuff. I'm just saying that's just me. All other stuff because they both number one and all that. If Tank, put it this way, this is what I'm saying. I'm going by somebody that I know can get gonna get hits, and if nothing happens, he gonna win by points. Opposed to somebody waiting for one hit to win the game. So then I have to see what happens after that. But just stylistically, that's what I go by.
I got pillow hands.
That's just me. Because if everything run right, if everything run right the way we be talking about it, and Shakur decide to run around the ring and all that, and Tank can't hit him. So I'm not saying that either one. I don't know which one is going to be better until they get in the ring together. But I'm talking about styles. I'm going with the boxer.
So Shakur be running. So Shakur be running around the ring. What you saying? Did I understand that right?
No, I'm saying that's what people say.
Okay.
No,
what you say? What you say though? What you say?
Listen, I'm saying that's what people. I said no. Hear me out. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just talking about stylistically. If Shakur live out to everybody saying what he is, he gonna win because Tank ain't gonna hit him and he gonna hit him. But if he don't hit him, Tank gonna knock him out.
Who has not hit Shakur?
I don't be understanding.
Yeah.
In a 12-round fight, y'all really think this man not gonna hit Shakur?
That's what I'm getting at.
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying he's not gonna hit him.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say he's not gonna hit him.
Okay.
Now hear me out. We gonna go sidebar real quick. A little day. I went for Holyfield over Tyson.
No. Go back. Let's keep it. Don't go far back. Say what you.
Okay. Now with Shakur, my thing is this. This is my thing right now. Say how you say simulation. And we had a simulation. You get what I'm saying? You know how you put on Undisputed and put them to fight? Simulation. You get what I'm saying? I ain't going by that because I didn't do that because I ain't up there. But I'm just saying, me in my mind, I'm thinking if Shakur fights the way he fight and the way everybody say he fight, Tank ain't gonna be able to beat him. Because they talking about Tank fight. Tank got it. Every time you say Tank fight, I've never heard nobody say, yo, Tank outboxed him, Tank this. We only hear about knockouts. That's what I hear.
What he did to Usyk.
You only hear about knockouts.
What he did to Usyk.
Huh?
What he did to Usyk.
But that's Usyk.
He tried to knock him out, but he couldn't. No, he tried to knock him out, but he couldn't. That was a stylistic fight. That was a Tank fighting the bull.
And that was
we know to knock him out. What was he doing?
Right. That's my question.
He was trying to knock him out.
He was trying to knock him out, or was he outboxing him trying to knock him out?
No. Right.
Wait. Because remember, Tank.
We're not gonna do that. Nah.
Is that like a brawl type of fight, or was that a boxing match?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Because Pitbull made it a brawl.
That hand and boxed him.
But Pitbull makes every fighter brawl though. He makes every fighter brawl though. He tries to make every. That's how he fights. Right. He tried to make it a brawl.
That's what I'm saying.
Tank didn't brawl with him. Okay.
But did Tank draw into it though? That's what I'm asking.
I don't think Tank
in there
brawled
out fighting him, or was he in there outboxing his ass, using lateral movement and shit, picking his shots?
Against Pitbull, did Tank had an injured hand and he had a 1 week notice replacement, right?
Yeah.
On a Sunday.
I'm not.
Okay.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. What I'm saying to you, I agree with you 100%. Now, this is what I mean when I'm talking about that. I'm saying that Pitbull made it a brawl. He made it a brawl.
I think he tried. I think he tried.
Yeah,
I think he tried to make it a brawl.
But that's just his style, though. Every fighter like that. That's his style.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you said, but you said you never heard of Tank outboxing somebody.
Right.
I'm just giving you an example.
Okay. Hear me out. Let me correct myself because you're correcting me. Let me just get it right. So Doc, sometimes I say something. Right. You come behind sometimes and you it up a little bit. It's cool. But I'm not hating on Tank. I know Tank is a good boxer, got good footwork and all that. But his style is not to box you. Tank will box you to set you up. No, I'm just saying my thing. I know Tank set traps. I know he set traps like a motherfucker.
Okay.
I know he set traps like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? So he set traps for the knockout.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? He set traps for
cool
the knockout.
I'm cool with that
Tank
assessment.
got footwork. He got footwork. He got no. All right. Now forget it.
Like
okay,
with the
cool. I know about it.
Like with setting traps and shit.
Yeah, but I think that's part of boxing too, though.
Shakur might get him on points. Like I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying too, for sure.
I'm just saying Tank mentally. I don't see Tank coming out. I never seen Tank come outside and to box you for 12 rounds.
He can't because he's always
12-round fights he had.
He's always the smaller guy. But if when the fight starts, round 1, 2, and 3. When they call it downloading or whatever, when he boxes, then he realizes what he can do. Then he attacks the body. And I'm not a Tank guy. I prefer, it would be better for me if Shakur won. I be on Tank's head top all the time. But he does box for at least 3 or 4 rounds, even against Martin or even against Ryan. He boxes first, and he actually
I throw Rolly in there too. Am I out of line? Rolly in there?
I think that people think that when I say his style is not a boxer like boxing, they think I'm saying that he can't box. That's not what I'm saying.
Right, you're just saying that's not
I'm
what he
talking
typically
about
does.
styles.
I got you.
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
talking
you.
about styles. That's it. So like Shakur. That's like me saying Shakur gonna knock Tank out, and you'll be like, no, you don't, because you'll knock nobody out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I
that's
get
what
you.
I'm saying.
Just
Yeah, I'm just talking about
confused.
styles. I'm just talking about styles. That's why I said at the beginning, stylistically, like right now, since they didn't fight, like
Right.
some people go with Tank because they know if they catch him,
Right.
he gonna drop.
I agree with that.
Like I got more of my confidence in him not getting caught, because Shakur run around the ring like everybody say. So that's my confidence.
Right.
So that's all I'm saying until they fight.
Oh, go ahead. My bad. Finish your thought.
No, yeah, I'm done. I'm
I was
done.
gonna say, and to be clear, man, we just talking, man. It ain't no hate, man. We won't come at it like that. So, if you are gonna hate,
let me slide
this is the time to hate. This is the time to hate.
No, this ain't got none of that.
We
shit. I
just
like
talking,
this
man.
type of joint.
We just talking.
Yeah, I like this.
Nah,
This when you know men talking. I like this.
Right.
If that fight goes to 12, Shakur will win. Because Tank's style doesn't mesh well with Shakur if he doesn't knock him out.
I agree with that.
Spurts.
I agree with that.
Let me ask
He
y'all
circles the ring, waiting patiently for his one shot.
Poster, excuse me.
Well, I agree. I agree that it doesn't mesh with. I mean, I disagree with it. I think he can win on points, but I do agree that that is the way that if I see Shakur winning, it'll be like that. If he wins, I just don't
That's the only way I see Shakur winning.
I think he wins on points. I think Tank can win on points
That's
as well.
the only way I see him winning. The only way.
Look. Everybody said Ryan before the Austrian shit. Ryan only chance was to win by knockout. Did he win by knockout or did he win by decision?
For Devin Haney, decision.
Did he outbox Devin Haney? Like, or did he win majority of those rounds?
Nope.
No, he lost a lot of rounds in between.
He won by knockdowns.
That's all I gotta say about
That's
that
a good
shit.
point right there.
And I don't think that's admissible to Tank and Shakur because I don't see him land it clean.
No,
watch that again. Ryan won the first one, and then Devin won 2, 3, and maybe 4. And then I think he got caught around 6 and 7. He was having trouble. He got dropped.
But that's more. I think that's more into personnel, because Ryan is not. I mean, Devin is not Shakur. Shakur is not.
Yeah.
Devin not Shakur, but
I think that's more personnel.
Ryan ain't Tank either. Ryan ain't Tank neither now.
No. I'm saying. I'm just saying, Bob, because we seen Dev and we talking about Dev and Ryan fighting.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that's personnel. I can't say if Tank was fighting Shakur or Shakur was fighting Ryan and the same thing happened in the 8th round.
No.
I don't know if Ryan. I don't know if Shakur will just blink out in the 8th round and just try to slug out with you. You know what I mean? Or that's what I said. That's in personnel.
No, but I think that if I'm not mistaken, if I can real quick, Tufo, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think that his analogy is saying that not necessarily that it'll go down like that, but he's saying that you could land, even if you don't get knocked down, you could land the more significant punches and win the round. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. Like you don't have to knock somebody down. You don't have to hit somebody more. You don't have to beat somebody up, but you could win. You could land the more significant punches if especially we know Shakur, if he doesn't get aggressive, which I don't think that he would be the aggressor. I think Tank would be the aggressor. But let's say that if Tank is the aggressor and Shakur is just waiting for him, if Tank lands like 2-3 good shots and Shakur's just backing up, how you gonna win the round? Which I'm not saying it's gonna go like that, but I'm just saying hypothetically that
No,
I understand that.
Well, go ahead, Ty.
For me,
Ty, get in here.
For me personally, I don't think think Tank can land consistently or clean enough to do that. That's why I say I don't see him winning on points.
Valdez can land some clean right hands. That the nigga that Frank Martin dropped, what's his name?
Artem Harutyunyan. Yeah, Artem Harutyunyan.
Clean left hands, but when Shakur get in the ring with Tank was turning his head with the punches.
You said what?
Yeah. So like you say, when we go on there, we be speaking about this.
Let Tufo finish. I don't think Tufo finished, and then Ty interjected.
Oh, my bad.
No, you go. No, you good. Go. Can you say what you said again, Tufo, and then Ty, you go after.
I didn't really catch him. Can land some clean right hands. The nigga Frank Arntunia can land some clean left hands or whatever. But when Shakur in the ring with Tank, he not gonna land nothing clean at all.
Well, go ahead, Ty. What's your rebuttal?
And my rebuttal is the clean shots that you're referring to from a Valdez. Were they really clean if he's turning his head and countering off of those shots?
I'm talking about that straight right hand that was backing Shakur up.
Oh, we need to do a film study. It sound like we need to do a film study, chat. Oh,
I think we need
he
to.
had landed that motherfucker right straight back up. Then he threw it 2 more times and it landed clean.
And then
all 3 times.
The next rebuttal I have for that is do you feel confident in Tank having an output for that? A guy that only fights in spurts.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They
saying.
give you a good 15 seconds per round.
Tank and Oscar Valdez. Who are accurate puncher?
Tank.
So do he need to throw that many punches?
And he's stronger too.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool
The
too.
straight right hand that you're referring to came off of output.
You're
not just going to get that or get that same look, especially from the mid range from a shorter guy.
How tall is Oscar Valdez? Like 5'7", 5'8".
I think he's taller than Tank though. I think a little taller than Tank. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not that much taller.
Nah, not that much taller.
Because he's shorter than Shakur. And Shakur not even
68-inch arms versus 67.
I mean, I'm about to tell you right now. I'm about to look it up. I think Tank 5'5", right?
Yeah.
I think Oscar Valdez like 5'7", 5'6". Oh no, they about the same height. Oscar Valdez 5'5". I thought he's like 5'6", 5'7". He's 5'5" and a half.
You look, they not that far apart. What you mean?
All right, so
what's Oscar Valdez reach?
Oh shoot, hold on. I just clicked off. I went back to the game. My bad. Let me check it. I'll tell you right now.
I think Valdez might have shorter arms.
Might be.
Because Tank got 67.
Yep. I'm about to tell you right now. So I'm looking at both of them. According to BoxRec. BoxRec got Tank as 5'5" and a half. So they both 5'5" and a half. According to BoxRec now. And then Valdez got 66 reach, and Tank got him by an inch and a half, 67 and a half reach.
All right, can you check one more thing?
Yes, sir.
Can you check one more thing?
Yes, sir.
Check Oscar Valdez percentage of his jabs and check Tank's.
Oh, percentage of jabs thrown. Let me see.
And when you're done, can I get
that connected?
But this is what I'm saying.
Where can I find that? Yes,
I
man.
get what y'all saying. You gotta throw.
This ain't NBA.com.
No, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. I was just saying.
No, I'm gonna try to find it. I'm gonna try to find it. I'm gonna try to find it. Yeah, I don't know where to find that, but I'm gonna try to see if I can find punch stats, like career punch stats. That's a good question. Yeah, let me see if I can find like career punch stats.
It's a site you can get true punch percentage on.
Okay.
Kind of like how like with basketball with true shooting percentage.
Yeah. Put me on game.
I'm trying to think of the name of it.
Okay.
I think CompuBox do it.
I know CompuBox does individual fights. It does like full career. I don't know if it does full career.
I think. Oh, I thought it was like a little rating and shit.
Maybe.
I thought that's what ESPN and TV showing like that shit. Cause I remember they showing like Bivol, Shakur.
That's true. That's
like
true.
With the accuracy shit.
That's true.
Like, I remember
what you do?
CompuBox or something. I don't remember.
They make it simple. They'll make it simple. Just type it in Google. Just type it. Just say, yo, what's such and such career punch percentage.
That's what I'm typing down. Yeah, but
you see what they do?
Nah, it came up CopyBox for individual fights for Valdez, not like a whole career type shit.
Doc, can I get 10 seconds?
Oh, my fault. Go ahead, Duck, man. You 10? Man, go ahead. Take a minute, my brother. Take 2 minutes, bro. 3 minutes, bro.
That makes sense. And look, you guys know I be on Tank head top, but realistically, versus Shakur, and I like Shakur. I prefer he'd win, but realistically, he only fought 1 or maybe 2 southpaws, and in the Olympics, he lost to a southpaw, and he had trouble with the southpaw that he fought, and it was a boring fight. The dude ran around the ring, and he struggled.
That's because Robisi outboxed him. I'm not confident in Tank outboxing somebody at his level.
I'm trying to tell you. Look,
I know.
Now listen to this though. Now, get finish. Now finish.
Yeah, finish, please.
And then I'm done. And then I'll listen. So anyway, Robisi and literally, okay, so we know he won those. You know, he struggled and he lost in the Olympics to that. On top of that, Tank fought more right-handers, even though he fought more left-handers, southpaws, because Shakur is a southpaw. He fought more southpaws. And he knocked out the dude with the eye, right? Santos, right?
Yep.
He's a southpaw. Yep. He fought him, and he also he knocked him out. I think it was round 9 or 10 or whatever. And then another one he knocked out at the end, I want to say, was the Cuban dude that Bud beat. You know what I'm talking about?
Gamboa.
Gamboa. And there was and then the Ghost was southpaw. So yep, and the Ghost. Once he sets those, once he boxes and sets the traps, yes, he usually finishes the fight or give him a hard time. Even Gamboa, I think it went to round 12. It got him at the end. The thing is the thing with Tank is he does box to set things up, and I saw somebody in the chat say he does box real good so he can get the knockout. If you take, I know Roach is right-handed. We know Tank can box. He's exciting. He can box because he was in there with a boxer and the fight was close. Forget the knee and all that stuff. He was countering the counters and he was in the pocket and he was moving around and then he would stop and he would box. He would go forward, go backwards. He did everything, even though he's a puncher with a high 90% ratio or whatever.
Yep.
But the bottom line is he can box. We know that. He's talented. He can box. Yep. But he always fights the small guy fight because he's the small guy. Yep. So him backing up and jabbing with the right hand that's not even Tank's game. Yeah. So I think he gives Shakur problems because Shakur has problems with southpaws. Yeah. And we haven't really seen Shakur literally go tit for tat on counters and things like that. Yeah. We really haven't.
Bro, you sure you just want 10 seconds, bro? You want 10 minutes because you cooking right now. You cooking with grease, my boy. You know what I'm talking about? I might need to give you
won't fight.
I knew Tom about to get. I knew Tom about to get in there.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to get
the first time with me.
No, there's a reason Lomo ain't want to fight Tank too.
Boy, y'all boy cooking.
He didn't want to fight Tank now that he's old.
Tank is solid against southpaws, and he usually knocks them out. Ends their career, do with the eye or whatever. I think he came back already.
And then eye?
Gamboa, we haven't seen anything on him, and then the Ghost Martin, we haven't seen nothing on him. So, I mean, he's putting these guys out, and I'm not a Tank guy. I'm being real. I would prefer Shakur win, but Shakur, we haven't seen him counter the counter. We haven't seen him literally stay in the pocket. We see him with the shoulder lean backs, and when you hit him really hard, he goes backwards, and he looks bad.
Out there looking like young draw out there.
I understand that.
Fighting a small man's fight.
Yeah.
And then you go.
I gotta give Tank.
But a lot of them larger guys. What was their style? We have not seen Tank outbox a pure boxer. I'm not even going to sit there and say of the tier of Shakur, not even a lesser tier, not even in spurts. We seen that. The one thing that we all talk about with Tank is the power.
Ooh, that
only
power,
in a few instances where we actually seen Tank come out and actually have to box, and that was because he broke his hand. And he did that to a lesser talented guy, Usyk Cruz.
That's true.
In the fight he just had against Rose.
Hold up. Okay, let him cook time. Let him finish. I'm trying to lose my thought, man. I'm trying to lose my thought, man. Yeah.
You mentioned Rolly. When have we ever, ever looked at Rolly as a competent boxer?
Damn, bro. You checking my boy competency now? That's crazy. That's disrespectful, bro.
The dude is he has power.
Yep.
But Rolly, he in there winging it. He in there, Never have we said he was a competent boxer. We don't talk about boxing IQ with that young man.
That's crazy.
We don't talk about footwork with that young man.
Come on, man.
We don't talk about effective distance with that young man.
That's crazy, bro. This man cooking Rolly, bro. What Rolly do, bro? He ain't mean to throw Blair Cobbs in the mix, bro. I feel like you get recompense.
This is the reason why I say this is one of those fights I need to see happen, because when you look at both guys' resume, you can't find a comparable comparison to either.
I agree with that.
Which is the problem.
I agree with that.
But to sit there and say one guy beats this one and say it matter of fact, kind of, I don't like that.
Yeah, exactly. And like I say, based on that, when I based on the fight, especially the ones that ain't fight yet, mine is just pure on their styles. Yep. I know for a fact if Tank catch Shakur, he got a chance of going out. Now, but I know if he don't, I know Shakur chances is higher of winning if he don't get caught than losing.
I agree with that.
Because just the style of boxing, power oversees a lot of stuff. When somebody got power, you forget about everything else. Like boxing is just about power. Like a lot of people that had power didn't lose. There's a lot of boxers that have power and good footwork, like Mike Tyson, like good footwork and all that, and lose. Mike Tyson could box too, but we know Mike Tyson for his power.
You see Tank trying to bite him too, ain't it?
No, but Tank power blinds you, because Tank power gives you an excuse for everything else that he's kind of not so good in. Now, this is a fact though. All the fights that Tank had with like Roby and Ryan, these people wasn't really nobody before they fought Tank. So it wasn't like they was decorated fighters. You know what I mean? They was good promoters. They wasn't no decorated fighter though. They didn't have no resume to be in there with the greatest Tank knockout dude. I'm just saying, you know, this is real. And all these guys that was in there with Tank was getting a good part of them before he knocked them out. We act like we don't remember that. They was getting a good part of them. They wasn't in there. Hold on. They wasn't in there just, you know, running around the ring and Tank was chasing them. They was chasing him, getting a good part. So when it comes to Shakur, that's why I can't compare Shakur to Rolly, because he's definitely not a Rolly. I don't think that Shakur fought nobody on Tank level, and I don't think Tank fought nobody on Shakur level. That's why it remains to be seen to me. I'm only going by stylistic. So if we go on pen and paper, I think Shakur will win on pen and paper.
I think Shakur has to have the perfect fight, and I just can't risk it. You're more go for the boxer. I'm more go for the puncher. I think that we've never seen either guy get tinted up or really hurt. I'm not counting the Roach fight because none of us saw that. We were all hoping Tank could win so we can go forward. Realistically, 99%.
The Roach fight is valid because that was quality film put out on the imperfections of Tank's game.
And that was my last little part too. That was my last little part. But anyway, that was my last little part.
We got the Tufo get in there after Dub, because I don't think Tufo saying anything.
Yeah, no. Also, I agree with your point. I see it. I see what you're saying. I'm just saying that I just think that Tank has more experience against southpaws. I think he could win. He can hit hard. I think once he hits Shakur hard, I need to see how Shakur responds. That's what I'm saying. That's why I be on Tank's head top every time, but I got him beating everybody because I lean towards the power. So I agree with you to a degree. But
I respect that.
Go ahead, 2-4.
Y'all keep on talking about this like Tank don't be outboxing or boxing people and shit. What do he be doing before he win? Like I never seen Tank like have a brawl style or like ain't his style like a boxer puncher, right?
He has trouble getting the ring.
Yeah, I think Tank style, me personally, I think Tank is a power puncher. And I think he a good I think his IQ is extremely high. His footwork is extremely good. His power is on 100. You know, his IQ in the ring and all that. So that's what I believe with Tank. But now when it comes down to, you know, pair of boxers that'll sit you in the middle of the ring and box you and don't have to knock you out and just and just beat you up. And so I want to see when Tank will fought Roach. See, it showed me something. It showed me his durability, but I didn't see no adaptness going on. Because fighters like Tank that we all talk about, you know, Tank with the power, it got to be something after the power if the power don't work. You get what I'm saying? So when the power don't work, it looks like, what happened? What's up? You can't turn into the boxing and just beat him up now? Or you got to keep setting traps and keep hitting them with the power. We seen it with Pitbull. We seen it with Roach. So it's a kind of difference. I see with people with power, like I always say.
Can you explain that? What you mean we seen it with Pitbull and seen it with Roach?
No, like because I'm just saying because Tank record is.
With the knockout, you saying because he didn't get a knockout?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You couldn't adapt. You know what I mean? You couldn't adapt. You won the fight. I ain't talking about really Pitbull. I'm just talking about because Tank knocked him out. So I go by if you take away Shakur hands,
right?
But you still can't beat him.
Okay,
so I respect Tank for that. Tank for that. You know, when somebody match your power, that's why I said I respect your durability. Now, when he come back out this time, this is the only time when he fight is I'm gonna have to have a real judgment because you was tested. I don't care about you getting dropped, but you was tested to the maximum level. So now when you come back.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish
I was just saying when you come back now, then we'll see the assessment. That's it.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to rush you. I was just thinking. So the Roach fight, right? I agree with the Roach. I see what you're saying, like no adaptation. But the Rolly, the Eastside Pitbull Cruz fight, in my opinion now, and this is where we may differ, is that I think that It was a boxing exhibition what he did. Like to counter what you say, my response to what you say, like sometimes we just the power overshadows some other things, some other deficiencies that he may have. I think sometimes people think that he's just a power because he gets the knockouts. Like, to me, if he didn't have boxing skills, I don't think he would have been able to knock out Rolly or been able to not knock out Usyk and still win. But I do agree with you with the lack of adaptation, because I was disappointed in that too with Lamont Roach. But I think it was Ty. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ty. I think it was Ty that mentioned the familiarity between the two boxers. So I'm not saying that. Of course, I think Shakur won against De Los Santos, but I saw that as a struggle fight. To me, I just see Lamont Roach as Tank's struggle fight. I mean, everybody got, you know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, Floyd had a struggle fight with Emmanuel Augustus. I mean, everybody got to, you know what I'm saying? If you fight enough, you're going to have a struggle fight. I don't really think it's that bad of like, oh, you know, that's indicative of Shakur being able to do that to him, or anybody else, or Devin, or T.O. You know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong. I mean, you could be right.
Yeah, 100%.
This is what I just
100%.
think. You know
I agree with the way you put it. 100%. I mean, I agree 100%. For real.
Okay.
Tank did make adjustments after the knee situation, and he won 2 or 3 rounds after that, because there was when all that was going on, Roach was kind of cleaning him up, at least in a row. And then the knee thing happened. He lost that round for sure. And then I think Tank kind of won a couple of rounds in there, right? Because they went 12, and that happened in round 7 or 8.
Yeah, the knee happened in 9.
Around 9.
Yeah, knee happened in 9. Yep. Round 9.
Okay, so Dub, when you mentioned Tank fought more southpaws, when I look at Tank's resume as far as southpaws he fought, the last 3 is what Frank Yorio was Gamboa, and I think Liam Walsh. Yeah, he got all 3 of those guys out of there, but one of them sticks to me. Gamboa is prided on his boxing skill, right?
Yep.
Didn't he tear his Achilles early in that fight? And he still made it to 12.
Shout out to Damian Lillard. Damn, my boy.
Just said that injury during the fight. I mean, dude, if your leg falls off in the fight in the street, I mean, you just said the injury thing.
I'm pointing out the fact that while he had a torn Achilles, he was still able to outbox and fend off Tank until he was knocked out.
What happened at the end? What happened?
Yuriok Gamboa.
Yeah. Yep. He broke his Achilles in what, the 4th round or 2nd round, something like that?
He tore it early.
It was early in the fight. It was early.
What's his name? Was a southpaw too, though, wasn't it? Not Ryan Garcia, the other Garcia. Hector Luis. He was southpaw. Did you say? Maybe you said him. I don't know.
Yeah, I said. I said.
Oh, no, I was talking to Ty. I was sure.
Yeah. He was southpaw too. He was blind.
Okay. He went.
Yeah. He was about to call his
I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's crazy, bro. Come on, man. Y'all gotta chill out, man.
What he said was, "I see double," is what he said. That's what he said.
Talk to him, Dub.
And then Gamboa's leg fell off. Dude, that is not somebody's fault. In the fight.
Come on now.
He didn't come in with the leg like that. He came in. It happened in the fight. Somebody made him move left or right, and the foot fell off.
That's pinpointing the messed up leg. I'm pointing out the fact that he was still able to outbox Tank in spurts and last to the 12th round until he was ultimately knocked out.
Right.
I like the next game.
And I'm not a Tank. I'm just saying.
I like Tank. I like Tank because in the sport of boxing, he's good in the sport of boxing. He's great, like perfect, 100%.
But he is a 10-year prospect.
Come on, man.
But every champ, everybody got their, give or takes. That's why I don't understand why when you say something about Tank, it's like everybody got their give or takes. Everybody got them. You know what I mean? The greatest got them. Whoever considered to be the greatest got them.
Yep.
That's just the sports. That's just sports. You know what I mean? So everybody can have flaws. It's all good. Regardless of whatever flaws he got, he's still the best.
Yeah, my favorite fighter.
Yeah, regardless of any flaws that they got. Crawford is my favorite fighter right now that's living, for right now, but he got some flaws. I mean, shit. You don't know nothing until you show it. But I'm just saying, like, with this type of thing, what I'm saying with Shakur is people can point out all of Shakur's flaws, and put them as part of their judgment. But when it comes to Tank, it's like excuses, and so none of that matters with the judgment. That's what I'm saying. It's just like they didn't fight yet. So whenever they fight, everything that we be talking about is gonna be beautiful because we're gonna really have something to talk about after they fight. Y'all think we talking now? Not after they fight. We gonna really be talking.
Absolutely. I mean, I
hope it end up. Hey, Doc, I hope it end up in a draw so we could really be on here going crazy.
I'm telling you, hey, that would be crazy, bro. I'd be story.
I don't see it, bro. Tank already got his little draw out there.
Facts,
for the channel.
Either one of the guys can get washed, like you said, right? Shakur
Yeah,
can
I agree.
And then
I don't think anybody can wash. It's just when you sit there and you do the film study on both guys, it just seems like when you go through their personnel of guys they fought, nobody has been able to capitalize on either guy's imperfections or their flaws. But they got Tank's recent fight shows somebody with a lesser talent than what we perceive of Shakur was able to do that. He may have gotten mixed, but I don't see that happening to Shakur.
Yeah.
Somebody I think has better timing, better reflexes, better upper body movement.
Kendrick say the fight's still never gonna happen.
I'll get that long with somebody like Tank, like Roach. How we know his will is strong as Roach's though?
That's a good question.
Listen, we don't know. That's the best question because we don't know. So what I'm saying is this, but what we do know.
So why I use that as an example for if we don't know then? So like.
No, I'm just saying. But what we do know.
Let I answer that.
Because I left it to metrics we actually can look at tape for or measure. You talking about a man's will, we won't know until they actually step in there. But I can tell you that Lamont Roach and his team put together a competent game plan, looked at the film, saw that when Tank is about to load up to put up that left, he shuffles his feet. He shifts his weight to one side. That's the reason why Lamont was beating him to the punch there. Not too many boxers have the skill set or the timing to do that.
You think Shakur
and I feel like Shakur is one of them guys that can get it done. Repeatedly.
Yep. And on top of what you're saying, I mean, what you talk about is and a lot of times I believe that people forget it's a certain spot in the boxing with Shakur that no one brings up when it comes to this. If you ask them who percentage wise in the boxing class of their class get hit the less,
it's Shakur.
And what percentage is it? And what percentage is
Shakur
that?
by every metric.
This is not a game.
Accurate in their class.
So now what I'm saying is,
but the numbers is not 10.
A lot of people get feeling how you.
My bad. What you saying, Austin? Keep going.
No, a lot of people they kind of get mixed up, talent with being familiar with somebody. You get what I'm saying? When you're familiar with a boxer, you know what I mean? The ring, it really plays different. We've seen it through history. You know what I mean? Like Tarver and Roy. When you're familiar like that, close to the time that you're about to fight, it ain't no 2, 3, all that there. When you're kind of familiar, you kind of understand what that person could do. So that's why sometimes another person might not be as scared of you as an opponent that's unfamiliar with you.
That's a great reference. What you saying, Tufo? Go ahead. We gotta let you get your gosh dang monologue, man. They ain't let my boy get his monologue now. You do be asking questions.
My bad.
No, you're not. No, you good?
Who's the most accurate puncher at 135?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know Shakur gets hit the least in boxing.
Keyshawn, ain't it?
I don't know who's the most accurate though.
It's Keyshawn, ain't it?
It's Keyshawn.
Keyshawn by the numbers. Punch output and connection. It's Keyshawn Davis.
Okay. Who's next?
So, yep.
It don't matter who's next. You said Tank was
no,
the
it don't matter. That's good.
I said who's the top accurate puncher?
Before you said that, you said Tank
had
the highest connection in boxing. That actually belongs to
I said who's the most accurate?
No, he asked.
Oh.
You said Shakur, he hit the last. I said who's the more accurate between the two?
Yeah.
Shakur was asking a legit.
Yeah, he asked. Yeah, she ain't say nobody.
Shakur's connection rate is actually higher than Tank's.
Really?
It should be. It really should be. It makes sense because he's a boxer. It really makes sense because he won by points majority of his fights. It makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
It makes sense. Tank can't throw so many punches if he's knocking everybody out. Shakur go all 12 rounds. It just makes sense by the numbers.
If we're going by the eye test, we would say Tank. But if we're going by the actual numbers or how they break it down, it would be Shakur.
Okay, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, because Keyshawn has what 11, 14 fights or something like that, or 15. I think Keyshawn has a low amount of fights too.
Yeah.
Shakur has 20, 22, somewhere in there, and then Tank has like what 40, 30.
No, Tank got 31 right now.
So Keyshawn technically because he has the least amount of fights too. So.
Oh my goodness.
But
it don't help when Keyshawn's being put in there with guys that he ain't gonna miss on.
Okay, shout out to Ty. Thank you. I was waiting for somebody to bring it up. Okay, I thought two folks gonna bring it up. Shout out to Ty. Thank you for being honest. He got Gustavo Limo's fat sloppy body behind.
I'm only talking about between Shakur and Tank.
I got you.
I mean, the same thing we said about Tank's resume when you actually look at personnel. Outside of 5 names, you can sit there and paint the same narrative.
Hold on now.
He's in there with not shifty guys.
Yeah, people that's gonna stay right there.
Like, what type of boxer did Shakur had to go in there and like have to find where they was like right there in front of him trying to get to him?
No, Shakur. But I'm saying
I kind of answered that when I was speaking on Tank. I said I think that's mostly due to the division he's in. You can't help it if majority of the guys that belong in this certain particular weight class have this similar style. I think that applies to all the guys, to be honest.
And it kind of makes sense that Shakur being there, like Tank and Shakur, this is just me and my personal, you know what I mean, my personal thing. It's 2 different beasts.
Yep, I agree with that.
Like King Kong and Gorilla. You get what I'm saying? They 2 different beasts in their own sense, in their own area. One dominate this, one dominate that.
Shout out to Devin Haney for lapping all these guys and defending the belt and getting out of there instead of holding up the division. All right.
See, I'm gonna allow that
only
because
fighting top 10 ranked fighters.
I'm gonna allow that because Devin Haney's struggling right now with all the negative press he getting. So I ain't gonna say nothing bad about my boy Devin Haney for a little bit. So
because he
can't be refuted. He only fought dudes in the top 10. His tenure at 35 when he was ranked.
Yep,
and then say that about the other guys.
Undisputed and flew across the world twice to defend, and then defend again against Loma, and Tank still holding the belt, the regular or whatever he got now.
Okay.
So who did Tank fight that wasn't in the top 10?
Shout out to Devin Haney.
All right, I'm gonna say this in defense of all
I
the
don't know.
champions.
I don't know.
Wait, let Ty answer that. Who did Tank fight that wasn't in the top 10 or wasn't a mandatory WBA, or at least in the top 10 in the WBA? Top 5, matter of fact.
You just say Cruz.
Hugo Ruiz.
You said who?
Hugo
Ruiz? Okay. Yeah, Hugo Ruiz. I know you're talking about. I don't know where he was ranked. I don't know. I have to look at it. I'll take your word for it.
You mean the guy he got out there and what? Did he knock him out in the second round? Or I know he went on a spree. What was it like?
Come up, fight.
Cellular, Nunez, and Ruiz.
Quaylar.
He got out of there in 3
Quaylar.
rounds.
Yeah, Quaylar. I remember Quaylar. I don't remember where these guys were ranked, so I'm not sure. I can't.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is that, listen, all I'm gonna say is this, There's a lot of cab drivers out here riding around in disguise, I'm telling y'all, in the boxing world. For real. There's a lot of cab drivers riding around in disguise, man. Because a lot of these people is cab drivers, man. For real. They just run into the wrong person and you recognize that they're a cab driver. You ain't even supposed to be in here. So I don't even go by the resume no more because that resume, but like really with the resume, like who you fought because these, everybody goes, these guys is crazy, man. You could say who you fought. I fought him. And you're going to say, well, who he fought. We going to go down a rabbit hole with this all day. You know what I mean? So if you up there, and everybody had a cab driver in their career. Let's just put it that way. In today's time, everybody had a cab driver. I believe all of them had a cab driver in disguise.
For sure.
So we be talking about people like Rolly. Like for real. We really talking about Rolly with Tank, even though they fought, but we wasn't supposed to fight no Tank, Rolly. You ain't do nothing to fight Tank.
He was ranked in the WBA though.
Yeah, he was ranked.
I know, because there's a lot of cab drivers riding around. That's why I said I'm giving all the champions a gift right now. There's a lot of cab drivers riding around. There's a lot of people that got, huh?
Rolling beat that cab driver, that 60-year-old cab driver.
Yeah, it's a
Ishmael
lot of cab
Barroso.
drivers riding around in disguise, man.
Ishmael Barroso.
Where on that guy? I was like, who the fuck?
It's a lot of cab drivers riding around in disguise. I'm telling you, man, for real.
How many fights has Shakur had at 135 now?
Like 4, I think.
I'm about to say 4 or 5. I think so.
Oh.
Not too
He
much.
fought Yoshino, De Los Santos, Artunium, and then.
How long has he been at 35?
Like 2 years, 3 years.
Like 2 years. How long has Tank been at 35?
I said
don't know,
that.
He's been back and forth before, like actually stand.
I agree where Ty is going because that's what I was saying about Tank. I agree. It's like 10 years, bro.
9 or 10
When
years.
you bring up the fact that you said, oh, it might have been a WBA defense. How many defenses actually how many mandatories has he actually fought?
4 or
That's
5.
a good question.
I wouldn't say 4 or 5.
In 10 years?
At 135?
At 135.
Yeah, at 135?
Because I remember when he went to fight Barrios. He was at 135, then went to fight Barrios, and he came back. So I'm not sure how many mandatories he fought, to be honest.
He wastes a lot of time.
I think he only has 6, maybe 7 fights at 35. And he's been there since when?
No, I agree.
Been there for a minute.
He's been going regular title, and then there's always something.
He's been going up and down. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, though. Yeah, that's been up and down. I don't think that's a bad thing, but yeah, he hasn't been in huh?
For a great like Tank, you don't think that's a bad thing?
I think I want him to have unification, but considering who he is and who's around him right now, I don't think it's a bad thing because Shakur just got there. Basically, he was at top rank. They had the same issue, can't get Loma, and then I'll say Tanks can't get Loma started. Shakur was trying to get Loma before Tank. I'll say that because he was trying to get Loma before he was even in that division. But I would say with Tank though,
he only has 6.
He has 6. Okay, 6 fights at 135. So I just think like, who else could he have fought besides outside of Shakur and Loma? Who else would you want Tank to fight that was available? I mean, I think that I'm not giving no excuses now, but I think that I think that's their issue. You know, same with you put Tio in there too.
He took less money on all those fights to make it happen. You know,
right?
I'm not saying he didn't take $2, but I mean he got.
Yeah, but he definitely did though. I gotta give him that credit. He did, and he went to go fight Kambosos. But even like Kambosos, right? No disrespect to Kambosos. I know this is hypothetical. I'm not knocking Devin Haney, but who do we think that outside of Tio, which no one thought he was gonna be Tio, but anyway, who did we think Kambosos would be? Like that's one thing I will say about both of them. I don't think either one of them have anybody on each other's record between Tank and Shakur that the other one doesn't necessarily beat. But what I do think though, I do think that in my opinion, Shakur would struggle with some of the people on his resume more than Tank would struggle with Shakur's. But I do think that the only person I think beats Shakur is Tank, and the only person I think that could beat Tank is Shakur. So I'm with y'all on that. So don't think I think it's a big gap. I just got Tank.
Bro.
That's all.
I forgot what I was about to say.
Oh, go ahead too. You say you forgot. Oh.
Yeah, somebody can go. Let me.
Kambosos was Kambosos.
Yeah, that's what it was. I'm glad you said Kambosos' name. My bad.
Right. Yeah, he was undefeated.
Hold on, my bad. Didn't Tank say like he'll fight Kambosos, but he can keep the belts or some shit like that? But
something like that.
Tank ain't never unified, right?
I remember saying some crap like that.
John about fighting Muratalla, he said the same shit. I don't see nobody calling that man a duck or nothing.
He didn't do it though.
He said I'll fight him, but he can keep the belt. And they're like, why? He like, oh, that's just more money. I gotta pay them. Don't that sound like?
Oh, I did see that in the interview. I seen that in the interview. I know you're talking about now.
Tank could have made the Haney situation happen during that time because he defended it 2 more times after winning it. So he had 3 title fights. Tank was still hanging around with the WBA regular, and he could have literally asked for the fight, and he's the money guy that everybody would have jumped on it. He did not do it. And
we can also pull up the clip of Eleanor Ellerby speaking to why did I forget this man's name? Because they brought up the consolidations of the belts at 35. He said, if you force me to fight him, I will vacate.
Yo, I remember when Tank said, whenever, as soon as he said that, when he said, "I don't care about the belts,"
Yeah,
I said,
I
"Oh,
know
he
he was
ducking."
done.
I said, "Oh, he ducking." I said, "He
Yep.
ducking," because every fight was the names that they were saying for these belts, and he always fighting somebody else for some other reason. I'm not saying you're not a good fighter. I'm not saying none of that. But I know in today's time, y'all care about that zero. I know that for sure. So every answer that y'all give me is coming with a grain of salt if y'all got a zero, flat out.
Oh, that was
Yep.
trouble.
We've been
Because
on
after,
straight ass about not fighting champions and stalling all this
yep.
time as the mandatory.
Uh-huh.
But when Tank was in question, he said, "I'm not fighting Devin. He an email champion.
I do
He
remember
was
that
his
now.
WBC mandatory."
Somebody always ain't do something right. Definitely Shakur, Devin, and West of them always ain't do something right to fight Tank. That's why I always say, what did Rolly do? And what did Ryan do? That's what I always be asking these questions. Like,
With Rolly, he got a valid reason. He was the WBA interim. But I find it funny they was willing to consolidate those two belts, but not the WBA regular and the
There you
super.
go.
I don't know, man. I
yeah,
don't know, man.
No,
hey, look, we hate on. I like, look, and people. I like Tim Bradley personally, but a lot of people hit on Tim Bradley.
I
But
like him as a boxer.
he always. Yeah, he always. I know. That's why I had to put that out. That's why I had to put that. I had to put that little disclosure out before
But
I
in
say.
Tank's defense, that was at the time when the WBA made every interim champion out at that time fight the regular champion because they got rid of the interim champion that year.
Mm.
Oh, okay. That's why I love this channel. You hear me? Because this is one of those channels that you actually learn from. You hear me?
Hey,
You
shout out to
actually
you,
learn.
man. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
you gotta remember,
Look,
Haney
real
was
for real. That's why.
Haney was a skeleton in those 3 fights that he had with all the belts. He was a skeleton, and he's like, man, I gotta move up, yeah. And he still was hanging on, and all Tank had to do was say, "Yo, I want that smoke." That's all he had to say. And he's the money guy.
Oh, man,
Yeah, I agree
I
with
think
you.
if
Man.
Tank didn't go to
know
jail, it would
I
have
don't know
happened.
Yeah, that's what I say. I don't
Now
know
listen.
how that. I don't know if it go like that, but I don't know, man. That I don't remember, so I ain't even gonna front like I remember that. Those talks.
If Devin Haney was sticking around and shit, why he only try to offer Shakur that 25% shit?
Oh, I could break that down like it's science.
Yeah, Shoot's like he don't really want. He really want that.
It's funny people have
If
a
he don't want
problem with
that
him
smoke,
offering
yeah.
Shakur 25%, but when your boy Shakur did that to Jamel Herring, ain't nobody bat an eye, ain't nobody give a fuck. When he's 67, what him?
And that's his man's, right?
33, 67,
his
33, and that's his freaking that was his freaking. He was a champion too. That was crazy, bro. He was a champ too. That's the crazy part.
As a challenger, my man got more than 60%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They had the
bro.
same part. Yeah,
Shakur has a history of petitioning and doing like money games with people. That's the reason why Tank said what he said to him. You're gonna take what we give you.
But Shakur be trying to
So
get
I'll
over
get
with
mad
that
when
money.
people say that to Shakur because there's some credence to it.
Because Herring that was his guy, and you know, military story, all that. He wanted to make a few dollars, and he still stiffed him on that.
And he the champ. He was a champ too. That's the crazy part.
What percentage is higher? 22.7 or 25%?
25.
All right, so you got a problem with Shakur being offered 25% as a challenger, no belt, and the division he only had one fight. Well,
that still is a big fight though.
Yeah,
it's a big fight.
I thought it was a little slim, but once Ty broke that down, we were talking. I was like, dang, yeah, that's kind of. It just seems a little.
This is a business of boxing.
Yeah.
What did Usyk receive when he fought AJ for 2 fights?
I don't even know.
22.7.
I was gonna say 30.
You ain't get no 30. AJ was a 3-belt unified champion. To a guy that had 2 or 3 fights at the division. Yeah, you was undisputed at cruiserweight, but this is heavyweight.
Yep. We
ain't trying to hear none of that shit.
Talk to him.
So when people sit there and say, "Oh, well, he did," nah, this is boxing. That's business.
I'm pretty sure
the WBC offered that purse bid. Or like they told him he had an option. Why he ain't just pick Shakur?
Because he was offering him. Wait. At what time?
And they told him he go to purse bid with Shakur or move up and fight Regis, and he picked to move up and fight Regis.
Oh, okay. You talking about okay.
It was a deadline for him to make the decision because it was a little bit after the.
He already did what he had to do. If you're talking about Haney,
Yeah, at that point, he's the A side. He's giving him an offer.
Yeah, he was already ready. He defended twice. He ready to roll.
He was already moving up, but since you stepped out the bushes, I'm gonna hit you with this contract. We don't point this out when any other accomplished champion or A side does that.
I'm gonna just be quiet. Yep. Ain't no Haney slander for me.
I don't
man.
know too many like American fighters that did the shit. The Usyk and AJ, like that's true that they did the shit. I'm not saying
you want a different example,
but nah, I'm saying like I get what
people talk about the old days. Oh, there was no A side, B side. There was A side, B side back in the Hagler Hearns days.
Back in the day when I was young,
Duran received 17%.
Yep.
That boy got 1.5. How much did Sugar Ray Leonard get? 22 mil.
That was on the no mock fight. Yeah.
Yep. Oh no. That's the first fight. The one that Duran won. That's where he got 17%.
Yeah, that was the no mas. Yep.
Yeah, I think he got 10 million the first one.
The no mas was when Duran was actually he got the larger take because that's how they got him to agree to the fight.
You're right. You're 100%.
But the first one, Ray Leonard was the money man, and Duran, he just got what they gave him.
And at that time, Hagler was on the other side.
So
that's you treat Hagler all fucked up.
Fighter to come in and take over the division. What you talk about, Oscar? Yeah, fellas, man. But I'm about to go get me some food. I'm hungry. What we talking about in the morning, man? Nah, it was a dope conversation, man. Hey, two folk, give me a closing statement, man. My boy always slide out so quick, boy. Guys, hey, you talking to your mama. All right, mama, click. She say I love you.
Oh yeah, I got Arnold Barboza for the upset Friday.
All right, Arnold Barboza for the upset Friday. Clocking for my boy 2-4, man. Parlay King out here. Yes, sir, man. Talk to me. Give me something, Dub. Close the statement, man.
Yeah, man. Damn, man. All that good stuff about Haney, man. I'm just worried. Ramirez he got the coach of the year in his corner.
Hey, Robert Garcia.
Man, I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that because then we won't. If one of them lose, we won't get the big fight. We already know.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think if Devin loses,
I want Haney to win.
I don't think. I think Ryan loses. I think he's good. I think they'll still have the rematch. Me personally, I just think it depends on Devin. That's it. I feel like they're gonna hate on Devin, but I think if Ryan loses, people still want it. I think. That's,
I know,
that's
but boxing is how boxing is. It could be the other way around, man.
True.
And still won't get it, and
yeah.
You know, I can't. T.O. and Ryan, for me, I'm not fans anymore, so I don't really. I don't. When their minds are out like that, I really can't. I don't even kind of count them.
Likewise.
But man, that left hook is crazy from Ryan, though, boy. Wait, but yeah, I hope it works out where those
hit it with the Ric Flair. Woo! That left hook. Woo!
Bro,
That's
you know the
bro.
Sleet saying, man, you could throw that punch 10,000 times, man.
Hey, not the nature boy.
Literally, we done seen him knock guys out. Just close his eyes and clip him right on the chin. I don't know. We'll see what happens. T.O. Barbosa.
Oh, my
man,
bad.
it would be better for 147 if T.O. It's just it'd be better for the division.
Right.
Popularity wise, all the
Right.
stuff he be talking. I want to see him getting there with the because if T.O. loses, he gonna disappear.
Yep. Pussy.
Yeah. Gosh, so it's a tough pick. So I hope Haney wins. I hope Ryan wins. And I hope T.O. can stay in the division.
Let's get it, man. Talk to me, Ty. Or wait, talk to me. Wait, yeah, talk to me, Ty. I had to look at the screen. Make sure my.
I'm not film studying none of it. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, he dipped out. I thought he was gonna stay for the after class.
Talking about Tufo, right? Tufo be ducking off, man. Tufo out of there.
Well, he said, "I ain't never heard of this in the modern day, or it's only with that. There's so many other boxers that pull similar tactics. It's just like people saying they never heard of a rehydration clause and a catch weight being implemented until Tank. That's cap. We seen that shit with Manny Pacquiao in multiple fights. We seen that with Oscar De La Hoya fighting Bernard B-Hop for his belt.
Yeah, shoot, Pacquiao Margarito, right? I don't think Margarito could.
Yep.
Yeah, come on now.
Made that man come down to 148 for his belt.
Who be capping?
Yeah, that's all I got for the show.
Well, talk to my guy Ty, man. He was cooking today, man. Everybody was cooking today, man. My boy Ty came in with the DHP chain. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to my guy Oster, man. Talk to me, bro. Tell me something good.
Ain't shit. You know, this is regular. Big ups to all the fighters. I know. I'm gonna say for all the fights that's coming up for Devin Haney, he better win.
Yes.
He better win because his future count on it. You get what I'm saying? So he better win. The question I want to ask is, which rematch we really want to see? That's what you think will be bigger, Tank and Roach or Devin Haney and Ryan?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I think Devin Haney and Ryan's the biggest.
What you think one would be bigger? You know, I think they both is up there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they're both up there. I think Ryan and oh my bad, you were just talking. You was asking a question for real.
Yeah, no, there's a question in between. You can answer because I ain't really got nothing to say. I just had to ask a question. I really was just wanting to ask that question. So
yeah, I honestly, I don't know about like revenue. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who will actually turn and buy it. I think people would, but I'm not sure. We know people will turn up and buy Tank and Roach, right? Especially now too with the controversy. But in my eyes, as much as I like Tank and I want to see Tank get it back, I'm most interested in. I don't think there's another fight that I'm more interested in than the potential fight between Devin and Ryan. I just want to I just want to see redemption, man. Just like with the Eubank and Conor Ben, I wasn't even interested in that fight, but just some more, man. That boy Chris Eubank talked me into being interested in that fight. He talked me into it, bro. With all the guys dang, I'm getting it back for boxing, and all the cheaters, man. We got to clean up the sport. He had me, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
So if Devin
everybody can answer that. They can answer that real quick on the.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they can answer that on the closing if they want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's all I wanted to say.
That's a good one.
Haney and
that's what I gotta say.
Tank can live without Roach, and probably people will forget.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
If with another big win or something, and let that linger in the background and move on in the division. But yeah, Haney and Ryan.
Okay, yeah, okay. I think that's it. Okay, that sound right. Motherfuckers don't like cheaters. You heard me? It's okay, that's clear.
Feel me?
You got that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's been cooking for a year. This one, Roach and Tank is only 1 month or so, or 2 months.
Nah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Because there's definitely some good rematches supposed to be coming up for the next year. You heard me? We got something that's supposed to happen.
Shout out to the fighters and the promoters for making this happen too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in a good short time, like speeding everything up.
Keeping us excited, keeping us there, keeping those seats warm. You hear me?
They had incentives.
They better.
Better.
Yeah, people are excited. Great fights,
great fights,
young
man. That's it, bro. That's what we want, man. That's what we want, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. I just want to see my boy Haney get redemption, man. But like I said, it's gonna be tough. But hey, if it was easy, everybody would do it, man. It's a path, path of the great. So go be great, young man.
If it ain't rough, it ain't right, player. If it ain't rough, it ain't right.
Facts. So
hey, shout out to all y'all. I'm always learning. I appreciate y'all.
Likewise.
Yeah, always.
I appreciate y'all
Thank you for
pulling
another
up.
class of boxing with the doc. You heard me?
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to Oster, shout out to Ty, shout out to Dub, shout out to who else? Twofold and Oscar and Omari. I think I got everybody.
Omari.
Yep, young Omari, man.
Yep.
Yes, sir,
I got
man.
my daily dose of education. You understand what I mean?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, my
Compliments to y'all.
education, so I'm good.
Yes, sir. Compliments to y'all, man.
I got my fix.
Hey, facts.
Right. I got my daily dose. I'm all right.
Hey, you know, we reading up in the morning now. You know what I'm talking about? So,
hey, don't forget.
Good Lord willing. Yes, sir.
That fight is on Friday now. We got to remember.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, bang, bang, bang.
Oh man, we didn't even mention Canelo, man. He better win that fight.
I'm telling you. Yes, sir.
Bro. You better, like I tell them, it's all in you. You better win. I know that much.
I'm telling you.
Skull by Nick.
Skull, that's crazy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm definitely out, man. Y'all be easy, man. He talking crazy.
Have a good night.
Oh, he blaspheming right now. That's crazy. Yes, sir, man. Shout out to the fellas, man. Appreciate the good boxing talk as always, man. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we had like, how many people we had in the Discord, bro? We had like 7 at one time. Come on now. And everything went forward, you know, smoothly. You know what I'm saying? We kept it cool, kept it calm. We disagreed. I think we disagreed more than we agreed. And we were still able to have conversation, man. That's what I like, bro. We have boxing discussion, man. We have boxing conversation, man. We don't have boxing arguments, man. I'm not, like I said, it's nothing wrong if it gets a little heated. That's encouraged too, you know what I'm saying? Or that's expected to happen sometimes, but I want this to be expected. You feel me? I want the conversation to be expected. I want the like my boy said, the education to be expected, you know. And then if the arguments happen, yeah, it happens sometimes. Sometimes you'll watch basketball and you get a boxing match in the middle of the basketball game when people fighting, but that's not what you go for. You go for the basketball. So you come here for the boxing talk, man, not the boxing arguments, man, not the screaming matches. Like I said, it might happen every once in a while. That's entertaining. And in fact, I would like it for it to happen every once in a while, but I definitely don't want that to be the theme, you know what I'm saying? Not the reoccurring theme, you know. But yeah, man, so I appreciate y'all rocking as always. Grown man shit. Talk to him, Kendrick. Yes, sir. I appreciate you contributing to that. So shout out to everybody that came through, man. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to, I don't think we had any. Do we have any super chats? No, we have no super chats today, but that's okay. I was just checking because I was going to get some people shout out. Shout out to Oster for hitting the cash app for the $5 foot long. Pause. $5 hot and ready pizza. That sounded better than the $5 foot long. Sound crazy. No Diddy. You know, I'm talking about with the Diddy era we in, or no Diddy era we in. So I appreciate y'all rocking as always, man. Shout out to the fellas in the chat. Like I said, I love to talk, discuss, and learn. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it was Oster and Dub said it. Bro, I be learning from everybody that we have discussions with too, man. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's something I don't know or something I needed clarity on, that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. Appreciate y'all rocking as always. I'll be back. No Diddy. I'll be back on in the morning, good Lord willing. You know, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the morning show, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the late show. And we here, baby. We here. We drop videos throughout the day. I don't know, the video's looking a little crazy, man, but we ain't complaining. We gonna keep it going and keep it going and keep it growing. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do. So yeah, y'all be easy. Take care of yourselves. Shout out to all the members, especially. Yes, sir. Keeping the lights on for your boy. Consider becoming a member. Starting at $3 a month, man. That's nothing for y'all ballers, right? You know what I'm talking about? Yes, sir. So yeah, y'all be easy. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to smack that like button. But most importantly, remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. God bless. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold, we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.